Alrighty, guys, welcome back. We are back live once again, Las Vegas, Nevada, for your CueSports International Expo 2023 edition. And it is a rinse and repeat. JJ and Kim came around from the one-loss side, just took down Jaden and Chris. However, they had the hot seat, so JJ and Kim were doing it again. What's going on, Mr. Gord Kerr tuning in on the CueSports Live Facebook page. And of course, we are back live. All three pages, CueSports Live Facebook, YouTube, as well as the BCA Pool League page. Kim up with the break again. 3/4 speed, maybe a touch under this time, so kind of a little bit of a cluster. But does indeed make a ball, and that has been the key to success on the break on these Predator tables. 3/4 speed, don't try to murder it. If you try to murder it, that's where they get clustered up again. What's going on, Corey? Tuning in on the CueSports Live Facebook page as well. Yeah. Well, Gord, I'll tell you that that Talm Chalk, both the V10 and the Pyro, high demand. And of course, once again, guys, it is rinse and repeat. JJ and Kim coming around from the one-loss side, taking on Jaden and Chris. Match 1 was successful for JJ and Kim. However, if they want the real title, gotta do it twice. Looking good here for high ball. Nice little check off this right side rail back out. You'll have option on the 10 ball. Looking for now the 9-12 back cut combo. And of course the 14 ball in a little bit of trouble here. Yeah, your pricing's really good, Gord. We won't get in on the order tomorrow. We can also order that direct as well. So I appreciate the offer, however, and we are joined once again here, Mr. Johnny Triple P stepping in on the mic. How are you, Johnny?
Good, good. Just standing in line, getting us some drinks.
Very good. My voice appreciates that.
Yeah, I was like getting a little dry because I'm trying not to talk as loud here because they can hear us, and I don't want to add any more.
Disruptive. Can you lift your chair for 1 second? I got my headset cord wrapped around the leg. There we go.
The chair leg.
The chair,
just to clarify.
Yeah, family show, John. Family show. Chris, yes, doing well, man. The event has been unreal. For those that don't know, 7,000 individual players for the CueSports International Expo here in Lost Wages. Those 7,000 players, some of course played more than one event. Therefore, it translates into just over 13,000 registrations.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely been one of the busiest I've seen it in a long time.
Yeah, we'll give you the quick tour of what we've got going on here for BCA. Won't happen right this second. Once we have a little bit of a break in the action during one of the racks, I'll kind of give you the 3-hour tour, I think is how Gilligan's Island said it. Awesome, Shirley. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. For yourself and anybody else, do us a favor. give that share button a little bit of love down on the left-hand side of your screen. If you're tuned in on YouTube, make sure you like the stream. That helps pushes us up in priority. You can also copy the stream link and share that out on your personal page. You never know who of your friends is a closet pool junkie, and Johnny and I will do our best to keep them entertained. Did he get locked on the one?
He is frozen to the one, but she might have enough to hit this ball into the pocket. And we're talking like...
If.
very, very... It is tight. But I think they just got away with it. Because it is frozen to the one ball, but on the good side.
On the right side.
That's right.
Is where you need to be. Did you see Sean Monkman finished third in the Platinum 8-ball singles? I did not see that, unfortunately. That was supposed to be one of the ones that was streamed on table number 2. But now that some tables have been rescheduled, there were matches on top. There was a whole thing this morning that they had to kind of work on, because we've got the start of teams today, but the finals of singles. And some of the singles players are playing in the team, so there's a little bit of a scheduling conflict. And now that that's happened, both of my stream tables are now offset as far as when they're live.
Yeah, and there was some issues not far in, a little bit of the rain, so some of the tables were shut down. So they had to rearrange a lot of things, and now trying to accommodate some of the single players and teams matches here.
Yep.
I think they're doing a great job.
Oh, they're doing phenomenal. I'll tell you, they have powered through and pulled off some pretty amazing things. So shout out to High Country Promotions. You've got Rose Cantor up there, Janice Benson, Shannon Benson, plus a few others that are up there that unfortunately I don't know their names, but they have done a pretty jam-up job.
And you know, the sense of humor they have as well. They're over the mic, and they're letting you know how busy they are, and just if you have no reason to be at the booth, don't be there.
Yes.
Because they are
even myself, right, trying to get the information on what matches, where it is. Typically I can do that, but they've been rock solid busy since this morning, and so trying to go over and get a word in edgewise sometimes is a challenge. But you listen, we'll get through it, guys. I promise you we will. We'll do, of course, our best to keep you as informed as what we possibly can.
Yeah. And Chris kind of tried to play safety and kind of got away with it, and left Kim to try to just nudge that 14 ball out of there, but she did foul on a 2 ball. So I think that Dylan and Chris are kind of just going over their strategy here with ball in hand.
Chris.
Why do I keep saying Dylan?
Am I
thinking your son?
You could be.
Yeah. So
Jaden at the table now. And of course, they are looking to exact a little bit of revenge here. JJ and Kim. They didn't get the rubs and rolls in set number 1.
Yeah.
So it is rinse and repeat for those that are just tuning in. JJ and Kim coming around from the 1-loss side. Jaden and Chris holding the hot seat.
Yeah. So we'll have to see how they dissect this table down here.
Yeah, and I think with Chris, he looked a little bit more confident, a little more comfortable.
Okay.
Right? So I think he's kind of over the whole match number 1.
Yeah.
Realizes he's got another life here to claim the title. Looked a lot more comfortable on that stroke.
Yeah, definitely. I know that being in the finals, being on the stream, a little extra nerves.
Oh yeah, so. Rose is great, Gord. From Parksville, BC, she runs the CCS tournaments in both Nanaimo and Penticton, and she's been around the game a long time. She's pretty great at what she does.
So he came up a little bit short on the angle for the 5 here.
Yeah, might have to go uptown, downtown.
Chris is going to have to put something together here. And I think like with ball in hand, like I think, you know, the 2 wasn't a bad spot, but, you know, get that 6 dealt with.
So he just looked. Is he just going to float this? I like going uptown, downtown off the top rail here. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, did he
Look out.
look
Does
at
he get the
this?
bonus?
Oh,
Almost. And it'll work out. So there is the jelly rubs that were working against them in set number 1, now working in their favor here for set number 2.
and he does have the angle from the 6 to the 3 ball.
Yeah, it leads
here.
him very naturally.
But, you know,
Jaden just needing to pot the 6. It's all about weight control.
that's right. Do you have to get past this 14 ball, and he hit that perfect.
Yep.
You want to leave just a little angle here, so
2 rails out for
you
the
don't-
8.
You
Same
don't have
pocket.
to do a whole lot for the shape here.
Correct. He
Just
does
gotta-
have to put a little left on this cue ball.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to come in and bump the 8 under the backside.
Yeah, he doesn't have to do a whole lot. Even if he went rail first, he's fine. You know, if he decides to draw it back, you know, he should be fine. So whatever you do, don't, and I'm not going to say it.
Oh, no. The thought was enough for the commentator's curse out of you, sir.
I was thinking more like, don't put your cue ball behind the 14.
The thought was enough. The commentator's curse was real in that one. But listen,
I didn't want to say
it's
it.
it still goes, right? Jaden has just a back cut. It is a little bit steep, but
Yeah, he's got
nothing to do, right?
gotta-
Just make the 8.
Gotta be careful about the side pocket and the corner pocket. So weight is a big deal here. Maybe just a little bit of right-hand siding to throw that cue ball out.
Yeah, help it in, overcuts it, but
And he did overcut that.
I was wondering whether the 8 was going to take over the pocket, but it doesn't. 14 ball now dead to the heart,
Yeah.
bottom left, and again, nothing to do. Maybe a little draw off that right side rail.
All you gotta do is pot this in with a stun shot, and you're
That's
good.
it.
And I think Chris should have used the rail. And just wow.
He chicken winged that. Did you see that?
I saw
His
him.
back
His
arm went hula hula.
That's
It happens,
nerves.
right? Those little jitters kind of stick their nose in every now and again. And Chris
Wow.
making no mistake with that 8 ball to draw first blood.
And he was happy about that. You know, he
Yeah.
gave himself a little pump. You know, made a mistake. Didn't get punished for it.
Yes,
You
which
know.
was not the case set number 1. And with the break, with the potential to go up
That's right.
for 2-0.
And the way JJ's been hitting the ball, you know, quite surprised he missed that shot.
Yeah, I agree. He's been stroking them in good, but you know, those things happen, right? Every now and again, the jitters kind of get the better, or the adrenaline get the better of
Yeah.
you, and that's exactly how they show up, right? Your back arm just goes blah 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 blah
Yep.
at the wrong time, right?
And a lot of times when you do chicken wing that, it's you're not in proper alignment.
It's
You
true.
know, you're
Yeah.
off just a little bit,
Yeah.
but your body knows.
Yeah, of course.
And it tries to compensate, and you fight that compensation, which creates that chicken wing.
Yes,
Ooh, he made the 8 ball.
he did. Shooter's choice. Does he want to spot it, or take it as it lies and continue shooting? I like taking it as it lies.
If you look at the way the low ball is spread out here, you know,
It's favorable. 6 ball might be,
six
you
ball
know,
goes
small
in the
little
corner,
issue.
but it is a little tight, and you have a combo. Other than that,
Yeah,
it's
wide open
wide
spaces.
and this is one of those things. Sometimes if you make a break and you have a decent table, some people like to re-break.
Yes.
I'm like, you know what? I made a ball.
That's, yeah, that
What
is,
if you scratch, you know, like a kick, you
Yeah.
know, or what if you come up dry?
yeah,
And especially on this table, like there isn't a whole lot to deal. Like,
yeah, which is the deciding factor for me,
mm-hmm.
right? If I make a ball, I'll take it as it lies,
Yeah.
because I do not want to have a case, and I've done it before. I decide, okay, made a ball, table doesn't look exactly the way I want, so I'm going to re-rack. And that break, inevitably, I smash it wide open, everything goes, but I don't make a ball.
Yeah. And it's happened to me where my opponent made the 8 ball, had a little bit tricky of a table, but nothing too complicated. And he's like, I could break again. I'm like, it's your option.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to break. And he breaks wide open and dry break.
I wonder what Chris is looking at here. Is he looking right away to play that 6? I don't know if I like that. That's going to shove the 13 potentially over to that left-hand pocket.
Yeah, I mean, you have to really watch your speed on that one for sure. If he does hit that with a nice little stun shot, like not a stun shot, but like, left siding, middle, it would hold for the 4 next.
It would, but I think the 13 potentially is...
that's the weight part.
Yeah. Well, and the way he was gearing up for it, so now he's elected to let Jaden shoot first.
And it really depends on how much... Yeah, like you roll that 2-ball to the 6 if there's room for the 6.
That's right.
That's the problem here.
Right? If not, you have a couple of different options. You can play for that combination. You can play for the angle on the 4 to get to 6 underneath. Or breakout.
If it was me, I would shoot this 2-ball and then play the 4. Then I would use the combo to break out the 6.
Yeah.
Right?
6 of 1, right? Shooter's choice there.
Mm-hmm.
Could even do the combo breakout right now.
He does have the angle. I just don't like shoving that 6-ball towards the
I agree.
9,
you
10,
can get
4.
yourself in trouble there too.
Yeah.
But he hits. Oh no!
I don't know if that 4 goes. It looks like it does not go, and he got a little tight onto that.
I think the 4 will go. I think it's past the center of the 9 ball. I wonder if we can take a look. Let's see if we can spy on that.
Okay, let's get out the good eye.
Yeah, right? The spy cam.
This camera is so good. That is tight.
Oh, yes.
It might go because of the push. Look at that. You got to hit that a little bit firmer because I don't know if that 6 goes.
Well, you know what? We have the tech. Does the 6 go, do you think? I don't know.
That is tight.
Here, I'll let you have a look, guys. What do you think? Does the 6 go past that 9 ball? Doesn't look like it to me. If he does, he's got a ball width to work with.
It is tight. But I'll tell you what, if he makes this, he's getting on the 7 perfect.
Yep.
And he hit the 8 ball. Or the 9 ball, sorry.
Yeah. And this is the point where you just got to step back, take a breather. Do not let that quicksand pull you in.
That's right. And to be honest, I don't mind that shot because now your 6 goes. Okay? So if you manage to get back to the table, you have an out. I always told some of the people here, if you get a little tricky on situations, push a ball by the pocket because,
it sets you up for the win.
You have a shot.
That's right. Sets you up for the win. But Kim at the table now with the 9 ball, and really everything has a home for the high ball, right? It's positional play and weight control.
Yeah. She just has to make sure that she slides over enough to... I mean, I'm pretty sure that he'll be playing the combo for the 15 and 12 ball.
Yep, I agree.
But if she can get over enough, then she could just slide over for the 12.
Ooh.
And she hit that really good.
She hit it perfect.
Yeah, she hit
I was
that
a little
really
worried
good.
about that side pocket there for a minute, but she hit it good. Let's see if he can back that up. So do you play for the 14, Johnny? Or do you play just kind of underneath for the 15 up to the top left?
Just see if he has enough to go into this 8 ball here, and you can have options. Except tying up that 10 ball was not part of it.
That was not part of the equation? I
So
think
you
that
hit that
10
with
will...
just a hair of check siding, and then, you should be able to go in between the 11 and the 8 ball. And this way having options is, that's one of the big things about 8 ball.
For sure.
You have a pattern that you want to set, but you also have to have other balls to look at for, options.
Yeah. And I believe the 10 passes.
The 10 does go on the side, and I believe it goes in both side pockets.
Yeah, let's take a look again. We didn't get quite long enough there with Kim in the shot, but
yeah, I don't think she can make the 14 here, so she's going to be either playing the 15 or the 11 ball here.
Does she have the 11? Let's
well, the 11 in the side pocket. But the 14 in the top corner.
Let's see. Does she have
like that? It's pretty much frozen to that 3 ball. So
I think so.
I don't think it's on the good side.
I would agree. I wonder if we can get in there a little tighter and see. Yeah, it's not really gonna help.
No. It from our angle, it looks very tough.
I would agree.
To be down at the table and seeing it with your own eyes would be much different.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We'll leave the spy cam on the table just in case we need it again.
If I was Kim, I would bank this 15 into the bottom right-hand corner and hit it at pace where if you miss, you leave it near the pocket.
Yep.
Because then that kind of would leave maybe a tough out for them with the 1-3 ball in that corner.
Well, even with the 8 ball tied to the 10 goes, but I don't think the 8 goes.
The 8 may not go, depending on how much room is past that 10 ball for sure.
Well, based on what I saw out of the 10, right, the 10 would go, but I don't think that 8 ball goes in either of those left or right side pockets.
So what she decides to do here is very tight to this ball.
Lincoln City, Oregon. How you doing, James? Tuning in again. Stephen Holem forfeited. Hope he's okay. We were aware of that. We just don't know
the full story.
The full story behind it.
I did message him earlier just to see because I brought his pool stick that he won down for him, but if he's not feeling well, then that's why he probably hasn't responded back yet.
Love the new camera view, guys. Perfect. Yeah, we've had that tech for a while, but we utilize that when it's appropriate. I use that same camera to give everybody the tour and the quick run around tour of what we've got going on in the room here.
And that camera really zooms great.
It
with
sure
great
does.
Quality.
Yeah, crystal clear picture. I think it's either a 10x or a 15x. It could be a 30x view. But I'll show you the full power of the zoom feature on that camera when I give you the tour.
Once this game's done here and they're racking the balls, we can give you guys a tour of the room.
Desmond Hopkins says, playing again? They are. It is rinse and repeat. JJ and Kim coming around from the 1-loss side and took down match number 1 against Jaden and Chris. So we are back at it once again to determine who is the winner of the $3,100 first place prize.
Yeah, maybe, and that's why maybe Jaden and Chris kind of came in a little bit cold because being in the hot seat.
Yeah, you tend to sit for a bit.
Sitting for a bit here.
And you never know, maybe JJ and Kim just finished winning their match to get to this point.
Yeah. Oh, there is not a whole lot of room between that 11 ball and the 8 ball.
And it seems like, again, right, the quicksand happening for Jaden and Chris. So again, my advice to them would be just maybe slow down just a touch, right? Not that I think you're shooting bad, and that's why. Just try to change the pace.
That's right.
Change the pace, change the outcome.
You always got to go through your mental process of the game. You know, every time I miss a shot, you know, I don't get mad. I sit down and I assess what I did wrong and try to make sure I don't make that mistake again.
Yep, I would agree. So what do you like here, Johnny? 14 or 11?
So
I don't think 15 is the option at all.
No. I mean, if you did shoot the 15, you would come back middle table and get that cue ball roughly to where it is now.
I think with the angle on that 15, you're coming off the bottom rail, right side rail, and back up. But, you know, again,
and it just depends on what they're like. So she goes for the 14 here.
I like the 14.
She has to make sure she pops out far enough for this 11. Because if she leaves that little bit of an angle, it's going to be tricky to get onto the 15 ball.
Yeah.
But if she can get straight where he could stun. So So
she's on the reverse angle, so he's going to have to check the far left rail.
Right. He's going to have to come off this, try to avoid the 3-ball.
Almost the exact same shot to clinch the win for set 1.
Yeah. Well, he should be able to stun across here.
Yeah,
just got to watch your speed. Yeah.
Just like this.
Get her off that rail. So now
this gets a little tricky.
Is the speed control.
Yes.
Because if you hit this too hard and you're going to get onto that side of the 8-ball, it does not pass the 3. If she can hold this for the side pocket or, just that little spin to play it into the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah. Perhaps a touch of right-hand spin to check off that side rail.
She has to hit this perfect and really soft.
Yeah, like just pocket weight on that 15. Overhit, I think. Gives it the love bump, though.
The love bump. That was perfect.
And you know what? Perfect works.
They don't ask how you got there.
That's it.
You got there.
That's it. JJ to square the match, 1 apiece. Takes his time, puts it in. We are 1 apiece. Let's give you the
nice little finish
little tour around the room here as they're racking. And so up on the stage right here, you've got Kazoom. They are doing all of the production for the World 10 Ball Championships happening right now. Of course, that is Predator. Mark White sitting on the commentary, I think. Is that Mark?
You won't be able to see the commentary booth from here.
I think he sits right at... Oh, is it way in the back?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
So there is Karim Belhaj running down the stairs on the other side. And, of course, Philippe from Predator Group. Let me back out here. And then obviously the main arena.
Yeah. We got
then the 9-foot tables, and we've got 7-foot tables.
We'll continue that tour in a second here. Kim's ready to break here. We haven't showed the part where all the people are playing yet. You got a little taste. We'll save that for the next break.
So Shirley's asking, how do you deal with the focus issue? Is there a mental drill that you do, John? Or is it just seasoning? Get yourself in the grease, get acclimated to it.
So individually, you have to go through your own and understand yourself mentally.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I practice, I like to frustrate myself and deal with the frustrations. So when I get into a match and you do get frustrated, you know how to deal with it.
And I think that comes with how you train, right? Because there's days that, I don't really feel like going downstairs hitting a ball. But you have to force yourself to, because there's going to be times you have to play a match when you really don't want to play, and you have to be able to kind of push through that.
And so you have to understand yourself.
Yeah.
Right? So anyone who's ever played with me know I'm pretty calm, But inside my mind, that's another story.
The outward appearance looks calm, cool, and collected.
That's right. But, nice you do, remember the little things, breathing techniques. Remember to go, it's funny because you think of Happy Gilmore, go to your happy place. But that's a true story. I always think of something that makes me laugh.
Well, listen, I'll say this, right? When I had to play on your guys' team in Niagara Falls, and I say when I had to because it was very last minute, unexpected, and I kind of got thrown into the deep end of the shark tank. But I'll say this, when you guys are playing as a team, the camaraderie that your team has is something special. It really is. And the way that you guys joke around, as much as it's a serious game, everybody knows their job. They know what they're supposed to do. And if somebody falls, the rest of the team is there to pick you up. And, I got to give your team a ton of credit. I got to see firsthand exactly how you guys deal with that pressure. And it was pretty phenomenal to see.
If anyone's ever watched us play live, you would probably be surprised on how much laughter
Yeah.
Like, we bug each other a lot.
Oh my gosh, you guys
know.
rib each other huge.
And
It
not
was
to the
amazing.
point, like, if you miss a shot,
Yeah.
there's, you sit down and you just take care of your thing. But somebody might mention something other than that.
Yeah.
I think we were bugging Steven one time about his socks. And so he lifted up his pants real high and started playing the whole set like that. He's like, how do you like them socks?
Right? How do you like that now?
But
And you just roll with it,
mm-hmm.
right? And you always try to keep on the high side. You don't allow, when you start to fall into that quicksand, you don't allow that stuff to grab you guys.
No.
Right? You just
we've
move on to
been
the
down
next.
in matches, 30, 40 points. And,
What happened last year in Vegas for VNEA?
Perfect example.
Right? You guys were down like 60 balls after second or third round, maybe heading into 4. And you guys just have this ability to just turn it on and realize, okay, it's moving time, and you just get out on stuff that it's just sick to watch.
Because each player knows their role. I can't tell Steven what to do. You can't tell Joe what to do.
Yeah.
Things like that. We just know that you're going to have the ability to do it.
That's right. It's confidence in your teammates.
And if you lose a game, no matter who it is,
Nice shot by JJ there.
I think Steven lost a game one time, and I just tapped his shoulder and I said, I got you, bro.
Yep.
And I ran out. He came over, and he gives me a big hug.
Yeah.
And next game he runs out.
Yeah.
He just shows that love. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But
so it was a nice shot, but Kim looking
this
a little precarious
very
here.
tight to go into the side, but it does
Oh,
go.
look at that. Even with the rub on the 11 ball, still gets to go.
Yeah. So she's going to leave JJ a little tough here.
So do you take the back cut side on the 11 ball? Shave the shine?
I think that's, it's probably a lot easier than cutting that 15 in. It's just, you're going to lose the cue ball here.
Yeah, but a nice controlled inside.
Wow.
Look at this. How does he hit it? A little hampered for Kim now over the 1 ball, but given the circumstances.
To hit it with that much juice, that was a great shot.
That was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So really, Kim just popped this 12 ball, maybe a touch of left-hand spin.
You got to hit this a little thicker than you think.
You do.
The deflection here. But she should get onto this 15 pretty nice.
A little jelly rub on that 6 wouldn't hurt.
Yeah,
Thin
and that's
to win.
always a very hard shot.
It is.
I think
to
he's got
win
the
on
bank
this-
side.
Bank side?
There's a bank side, but also I just think there's a little bit more control. If he tries to cut this in, it's a super hard shot.
Well, does the 8 pass the 3 bottom left?
Well, he would come 3 rails underneath it.
Oh, I don't know.
But
that's pretty shallow angle.
Let's see how he does this.
I think he just goes back and forth. Yeah.
And this is just a very tough shot.
It was. It was a big ask.
But you know what? Like, Kim made a great shot in a side pocket, and then JJ came back with another nice shot, and just that little rub kind of threw him off angle. Good news, they left it near a pocket.
Yes. And it's some distance here for Jaden.
I don't think. Can he see this 3 ball?
I don't think so. Maybe. But does he want to move it? I think that's what's going through his head. If I move that 3 ball, opens up the 8 ball for my opponent. So do you want to move it this early when you've got 4 other balls to worry about?
That's the thing. Like,
right?
It's all on your confidence.
Of course. Yeah.
And we see that Chris has been struggling a little bit here.
Yeah.
Chris has a nice stroke. I've seen him hit a couple nice draw shots, but, mentally, I think he needs to get back.
Yeah, I agree.
We watched the women's finals last night.
Yeah.
And Bean Hung was playing.
Yeah.
And she came out the gates flying. And, she's a very good friend of ours. And, it was really nice to see. And then we started to see the wheels fall off.
Oh, no.
And
who was she playing in the final?
Xiao from Korea.
Okay, yeah.
That girl, no emotions, steady, Nothing exciting.
Yeah.
No ups and downs.
Steady Eddie on it.
Just such a pure stroke. Bean, very natural player. Highs and lows, made some beautiful shots, but she started to, you can see the quicksand.
Oh.
And she couldn't recover.
Yeah. The quicksand grabbed her. And indeed, Michael, it is BCA. We are here at the Rio All Suites Hotel in Las Vegas, Nevada for the 2023 CueSports International Expo.
So he's taking on his 5-ball because he knows that this cue ball is going to go to the left side of the table. And he's taking a 1-ball. So that's a little bit more confident.
I like it.
The reason I thought he might take the 5-ball is like if you do miss, you could leave a safety.
Yep. I like the 6 draw for the 3, 3 to the 2, 2 to the 7, the 8. Finish it up, take the lead. He's going to go a different route.
Yeah, if he can get straight on his 5-ball, then it leaves a tic-tac-toe for the 6 to the 3.
Yeah. Again, I think that's all shooter's preference.
It's all on what you're comfortable with.
Yep.
Some people like those angles with topping. Some people like sliding them in with bottom, And unless you've seen the player play 1,000 times, you just don't know what that person's comfortable with.
Chris here has to be cognizant of the angle on the 3.
Yes.
That's it.
Just leave it like this, so all that Jaden has to do is just roll it in.
Yeah, you don't want to put too much angle on there because it would bring in that 15 ball into play.
You don't want to hit it too thin and hit this
8-ball
down table.
Yeah.
But I think he's got a perfect angle here.
Yeah, this is just make the 3 au natural out for the 8.
Nice little, that was really well controlled by these two.
Yeah, job well done.
And I think that's why we're showing that they won the A side and put themselves in a hot seat.
I agree.
I think that was one of their better racks.
I would definitely agree with that. Let's finish off with our tour.
Oh, look at how busy that is.
Oh, yeah, it's just jam-packed.
Tomorrow's going to be busier.
Yeah, I know, right? Let's take you right in here. I'll show you the power of the Zoom.
I like how that worked out where you had like the greatest pool experience in the world.
Right.
And, that's no joke. This event has always been amazing with the pro events going on, with all the different vendors.
Yeah. So that's the power of what that Zoom has on the camera. And, of course, as we mentioned earlier, that is the High Country Promotions running the tournament. This is Johnny and I sitting down in our home away from home. What's going on, everybody?
Peace.
And that is it. Back to the action. Rack number 4.
A lot of action on that cue ball and almost got kicked in and scratched, and they made a last ball rolling.
It is. Cue ball still spinning. And not in an ideal position here. Don't know if he can see the 6 ball.
Yeah, he waved his hands in the air like, what do I do?
Yeah, right. How does that happen?
So it looks like he is playing a 6-ball in the corner, but this is not an easy shot by any means.
That's a bit of an ask. Possible. Makeable.
Very, very possible. And if he does come over, I mean, he might have an angle.
Touch that 13.
Oh.
Just wobbles and drops. That's the first wobble drop that I've seen out of the Predator table. Every other shot has wobbled and stuck or wobbled and got kicked out of the pocket.
And I was going to say, like, if he makes this, he may have a chance to shoot this 7-ball in.
Yep.
And if you play this with a little inside juice, you should be able to get out close to middle table, which gives you options.
Yeah, the 1, the 3, the 2.
But it is tight on that 15 ball, so... So now he's kind of figuring out what to do here. I think they're really trying to just look at this table. It seems like Jaden has kind of taken the lead over here of making most of the decisions here for Chris. So he's going to go for the 7 ball. But what they're doing is they're waiting for a ref to come over because it's very close to that 15 ball. So maybe you could finish a tour of the room while we wait for a ref.
Most certainly. Why don't we do it?
Maybe we can see that infamous jam up booth.
I will try to use the spy cam to get over to jam up. I have to shoot between the top of the curtain for the Expo. Just hold on 1 second here for me, guys. Sorry. I'm live here already, and I have none of your guys' information.
The guy took me to court.
Sorry?
One guy took me.
Yeah, no, it's been changed over. What's your name? What's your opponent's name? Yeah.
Ronnie Wiseman.
This is 8-ball senior singles platinum.
Correct.
Race to 5.
Correct.
Perfect. Yeah, I will. I'll put it on the split screen right now.
Cool.
Yeah.
So Chris made a nice shot here.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Sorry, Johnny, and everybody else.
Yeah.
And, we're gonna go to split screen, y'all. That's why I jumped off the mic. To the split screen we go. On the right-hand table, Dennis Woolley taking on Ronnie Wiseman in the 8-ball senior singles platinum division. So I'll do my best, and hopefully Johnny can help me keep track of who's doing what on what table.
Yeah, this is Ronnie Wiseman. There's an old name I haven't heard in a long time.
Oh, no doubt. I think they're just practicing right now. I think Ronnie's just going to hit one rack, and they'll be back in action.
Old legend of the sport here, Canadian.
Right.
So, yeah, Chris made a really nice shot on that 7, which allowed Jaden to make the 1 ball here. And I think it's just the funny angle on the 5 ball that's going to make this rack a little tricky.
I agree. Although if you take the 2 ball into the bottom right, pop the rail, leave some good angle on the 4 to the bottom left, and then come underneath.
Well, you
off
could
the
run
side
into
rail.
the 8 ball as well. Just a little nudge.
Yeah, I don't even think you need to. I think just take the 2 ball down to the bottom right, pop the rail, 4 ball down, cue ball over to the left-hand rail, and take the 5 to the right.
Yeah.
A little bit of back and forth across the table.
It's a good practice drill.
I would agree.
So
and an important game, right?
This is
either 3-1 or 2-2.
It's a huge game.
Might be a little too much here. He's really going to have to slow this cue ball.
Yeah, like I said, he can just put a little check siding on this,
maybe
and bump into the 8 ball
into
here.
The 8. Yeah, just don't shove it up to the
hard.
9. Nope, coming on top. Does he get it?
He does not get it.
I don't think he did.
You know, you hit that a little softer, and you just give that 8 just a little bump, and you end up with a perfect angle on the 5. Now he's in a situation here where, you know, Jaden may have to kick this in. Because if you do play safe, there's not a whole lot of areas to hide.
Yep.
So if you're going to give up the table, you might as well go for it. Unless there's a lock-up safety.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, you could, if you have that nice little slight touch, just overcut the 5 a little bit if you've got some angle, and just slide that cue ball underneath the 8 ball.
Yeah, I mean, he can even hit it dead on and just kind of slide over, like, you know, just that hair draw and freeze to the 8.
Yep. You want to get to the underside.
But that's, you know, that's a pretty touchy shot.
And Steve Carrier, Kakas, yes, it is myself and Mr. Johnny Triple P doing the play-by-play as best we can anyway. Corey says, oh, sweet. Ron is such a Canadian legend. So happy you guys are doing the stream. Love watching the amateurs. They actually sometimes make mistakes and let us know we are all human.
I agreed 100%.
So I'm not sure if they've actually started on the right-hand table now or whether they're still practicing up. I guess we'll know if somebody comes in between.
That's right. We'll keep an eye on that for now, just to see.
And I tend to think that on the right-hand table, it is going to be a rack run marathon.
I wouldn't be surprised if that match finishes before this one.
Yeah. They are racing a 5 on the left table, 4.
So he did
On
play
the
that
left,
nice
yeah,
shot where
great
he just stunned that
shots.
behind.
Well done. Unfortunately, the good news, bad news scenario once
I was
again.
gonna say you got to really control that 5-ball.
Yeah, out of the frying pan and into the fire.
So now JJ is gonna have to negotiate a shot here. I don't know how much rail he has to get up table for those. Like you'd want to aim for those 3 balls up table. So this way you have a less chance of giving a ball in hand.
I agree.
Try not to hit too low where you end up selling out the side pocket shot, but I think any hit is going to be suffice for them because that 5-ball is in such a bad spot.
Yeah. So I think the order of business should be where we finish up with the commentary on the left, and then if the match on the right, there's anything left, then we pay more attention over there. But we will pay attention to whatever the score line is on the right. But I think all of our commentating will be on the left table.
So if Dennis was practicing here, he's definitely taking time here.
Yeah.
So I think this is actually the start of the match.
I don't know if it is because you look at Ronnie and, I mean, he ain't paying attention. He ain't looking.
We'll find out in 1 second here.
I think they were both just say, hey, let me hit a rack, you hit a rack, and then we'll get going.
And Dennis broke and ran that rack out, so and
Yeah,
he's
this is just
continuing his
practice
rack,
time.
so he's.
Practice time.
Sometimes I don't mind like getting onto the 8-ball and then just switching to low ball.
Yep.
That way you still save the 8 for last.
What is the age for seniors? I believe it's 55 plus.
So it's like when Chris hit the 5-ball, he wanted to get it out of there, but he actually locked up the 8-ball.
Well, locked up the 8 and the 5, right? So again, you're in that out of the frying pan into the fire where, you know, you do want to leave that 5-ball in a block position, but open enough to enable you to win the game.
So I would roll this 9-ball into the pocket, and then I would shoot the 14 ball down table.
Yep.
And then hook them on the 11. So this way I have a ball down table to break out with.
Yep.
So he did want to play a safety, but I think shoot the 9 in and then use the 14. And even if you got a good angle, you could actually shoot the 14 into that and then still hook them behind the 11. But either way, you know, Jaden needs to hit this without trying to sell out. So do you even touch this ball?
No, not at this point.
You know, I think it's smarter not to hit that ball. Might have been not too bad just to maybe shoot that 14 near the side pocket but frozen to the rail.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're going to give a ball in hand. Make the table a little trickier.
Yeah, of course. Make them work for it.
So they're having a little conversation here about that.
Strategy. Wow, Ronnie on the right-hand table tried to jump out of his shoes on that break.
Yeah.
Well, and it'll be really interesting to see on that right-hand table. I know Ronnie's been around the game a long time, but playing on these new Predator tables, you know, in his era of play, it was all about Hulk smash the rack.
Yeah.
Where here, 3/4 speed
That's
is
right.
about the right pace that you want to hit this with. And we'll see
See.
whether he makes that adjustment.
So see how she played that 14 down table, hook behind the 11? Kind of the shot they could have played in the first side.
Mm-hmm.
But with her having ball in hand, I would have liked to have banked the 14 into the 9-5 or
Yeah.
8-5
Yeah.
and then hook behind the 11. Because then that would have opened that up for you.
Yep. So it is Dennis winning the lag on the right-hand table.
Okay.
So he'll be first up with the break. And it'll be, obviously, in order to get to this point, I think this is the finals for the 8-ball senior singles platinum division. So obviously Ronnie has somewhat acclimated. He's now played on these tables for a little bit. But it'll be interesting to see on his break whether he continues to try to crush them or whether he slows up the speed and goes at 3/4, because I think that's the right speed. And that's a very smart shot there from Chris on the left-hand table.
Yeah, tie up that ball.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a little late
Yeah.
because, obviously JJ is just going to break out his ball here.
I don't even
And
mind him
just-
shoving the 11 up just to, yep. Well, not quite that hard, but it worked out. He's in a good spot.
Ideally, you don't want to leave that on the back rail, get it up table again,
Yeah.
and he left it near
Yeah.
the side pocket. So that leaves a little bit more options for pockets.
Yeah.
I
was kind of hoping that he'd leave the the 11 ball up by the 15 ball.
Mm-hmm.
That way you kind of have that easy lead into that 15 that's on that rail.
So now Jaden has an interesting shot here.
Well, and I think you have to kick at this now, and hopefully you can just kind of catch the bottom side of 5 ball, shove the 8 over to the left side rail, overtake that pocket.
Mm-hmm. Well, same scenario here. Like if they want to play another safety and not break that up, like they can shoot the 14 into the 11, get them down table so
Yeah.
they don't have any breakout options.
Yeah.
But if he does
But
decide
I
he
want to
wants
set
hit
myself
this,
up for the win, right? And in order to do that, I got to get the 5 ball away from the 8 ball.
Yeah. And so what he can do is he can come off the one rail with good speed, not hard. And if you hit the 5 ball, you can push the 8 ball in front of that and take away the 14.
Yeah. Well, and if you just catch to the low side of center on that 3, there's a potential, because they're very, very close proximity. The 5 won't travel much if you can clip fairly
That's
straight
right.
on and then come down underneath the 5.
That's right.
And you potentially can sit right underneath the 5 ball to block the 12 ball,
Exactly.
right? Then they've got an 11 ball either combo or
And this
the
is all
shave.
pace.
Yeah, that's it.
Hit the low side of the 5. Looks like he's clipping the top of it.
Is he clipping the top with right,
Yeah.
trying to go downtown, down on the bottom rail?
Very close to that 8 ball.
Just leaving it over on the side. Not terrible.
No, and
But
the touchy shot
they
about
have
that,
the,
he does not have the 15.
He doesn't have the 15?
Wait.
Or she doesn't have the 15?
She may have it. It's really tight. From our angle, it's very hard to see.
Yep.
So sometimes our backup plan is the same view that you have from the monitors.
Mm-hmm.
I am closer to the table. And I tell you, because that 15 is frozen to the rail, I think it makes it a little bit trickier to make. But
It does, but I think she's got the 12 over that right side pocket as the safety net. So
also
really just got to...
She might have the whole ball here. Because she's hitting it like she just needs to stun this for the 12 in the side.
Mm-hmm. The stun follow.
That was a great shot. Because I could tell you there was not a lot of room to go past that 14.
Yeah.
And with the 15 being frozen to the rail, or sorry, the 12 being frozen, no, this 15 makes that so much harder.
Yep. Well, nothing to do for JJ.
Mm-hmm.
Make the 12 pocket speed. You set on the 11, then the
Yeah,
14.
looks like he's coming down table here.
Oh, interesting choice.
If he can slide over, he'd be safe.
The bank. unintentional bank.
No.
And did you see that? Chris
Yeah.
about jumped out of
He
his
jumped out of
chair.
his chair.
Well, I don't blame him to take a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, and I think JJ wanted to slide over, so if he did miss, that he wouldn't sell out a shot. But
But I think you got to play for the win there. You know,
Yeah.
you've got only three balls left plus the 8 ball.
well, I mean, after Kim made that shot,
Yeah, I
it
mean, you
opened up the table real nice,
Yeah, it
even
did.
though the shot was tricky.
Well, and to me, you've got to play the natural path. And to me, that was just take the 12 to the right side pocket and float it in. Right now, maybe he didn't like doing that because I believe he was close to the rail and
Yeah.
having to shoot off the beach. But you know, I think that was the right shot. Again, my opinion only. It's worth what you paid for it.
And so it looks like Dennis here on the right table, he's got a little bit of a tricky shot with that tightness of the 7 ball. But if he can make this, he'll draw first blood in this seniors match here.
Yeah.
Did they tell you if that was the finals? Did they give you any info?
Sorry, say that again.
Is this the finals of the seniors?
Yep.
Okay. So he hit that really nice, maybe a little too good. But
Yeah.
I don't think there should be a problem here.
So now is this game 1 on the
This is game 1.
right-hand table?
Yeah. I think I'm going to have to hire Kim here later to break for me. Because she is spreading those balls out nice. There's not a lot of clusters. Most of the balls have a home. She just came up a little dry, but very nice break on her part.
I would agree.
Dennis on his table has a very, very tight shot. And he made a great shot. Slow down for the 1. And it looks like Dennis will draw first blood in this match.
Looking like it. I think on that right table, it's going to be pretty much a run fest over there. However, on the left-hand table, Jaden and Chris on the hill. And for the championship
For
win.
the championship win, yeah. You know, in the first match, I think Chris was a lot more nervous and he made a few more mistakes.
I agree.
And this one, he seems to be settling it a little bit more.
Yep.
I think we're seeing JJ making a little bit more mistakes this half.
Yep. Oops.
So we'll see that break here by Ronnie, what you were electing to.
Yeah, I wonder
On the
if,
left-hand table, we've seen Kim hit a break at, the speed of, I couldn't even think, not so hard.
Yeah, 3/4.
Yeah. So just a little angle on the 7 ball here.
Still not terrible. I think you
Not
might be able
terrible.
to just follow that straight up. You'll have the 3 ball checked or come off that top rail.
Yeah, I think he might have to put just a hair of inside on
Yeah,
this.
you could put a hair of inside. Look live. And I think, just a straight, nice top. You're not going off on that much of an angle. Where even if you play that just to the right-hand side of that top pocket,
Yeah, and if he
I
could
think you'll be
just
all right.
play like a slow stun, then he can hold it.
Yep.
So
Or he could draw full all the way to the right
slide
side.
over, yeah. He's taking his time on this. I like the way he's approaching the table here, and he was able to just stun that in.
Yep.
So Chris needs to make sure he gets middle table here for the 5, and it a little bit of a hop on that cue ball.
He is perfect. Gives the cue a good old shake.
If it didn't have that hop, he'd probably be at least another 2 inches over. But this shouldn't be too much problems for
Yeah,
Jaden
Jaden
here.
just a straight pocket weight shot And that's it.
Just come over just
You
a
do
little
want
bit
a
off
little
that
angle,
rail.
though, right?
Yeah, you
Kind
don't
of want
want to
to
be
come
shooting
past right about where the 10 ball is.
just past that. Yeah, you don't want to be shooting over those balls.
No, that's for sure.
But Jaden's been showing some good touch here, so
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if he potted this ball and kind of left that in between, like almost where the 3 ball is.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he can hold it that much. Not with these Predator tables. I think he's going to shoot the window between that 10-14 kind of area. In and just between that 10-14, so might be just a touch hampered by the 14 here for
Yeah, no, he hit that
for
really
Chris.
well.
But I'll tell you what, they are looking for, oh my goodness, for revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, J.J. Kim looking for the repeat of match number 1.
And it's good to see, you know, like Chris struggled in the first match, and he's coming a little bit better the second one.
I
you know.
agree. Well, and he didn't quite get the bad rubs and bad rolls that he got in match 1, so was a little more able to hold the composure. And here we go.
Oh.
There it is. Some happy folks over there for
First little emotion I
Jaden
seen
and
by
Chris.
Jaden.
Yes.
He gave a little fist pump there.
Of course, and deservedly so.
Yeah. Congratulations to those guys for a great match.
Indeed. And hey, listen, congratulations to JJ and Kim bringing it to the second set.
Oh, yeah.
Making them work for it. And,
Yeah.
you know, you can't cry too hard. You're taking home a couple $1,000.
No, not at all. Nothing to hang your head low here.
No.
You know.
Well, let's go full screen on this Dennis and Ronnie Wiseman match. This is your 8-ball senior singles in the Platinum division.
And so did Dennis say where he's from?
No.
Okay.
Maybe. Yes. Oak Arbor, Ohio.
Okay. A lot of good players from Ohio.
So you guys are playing a tournament. Well, there is a World 10-ball championship going on. Indeed. This is the CueSports International Expo in Las Vegas, Nevada. And it was CSI Predator that has teamed up. And prior to the World 10-ball championships, it was the Alpha Las Vegas Open, which both had men's and ladies divisions in that. That is now concluded. That finished up on the 26th. We are now straight into the World 10-ball championships. That will conclude on March 4th.
And that's one of the great things about playing in this tournament. It's an amateur event. You can play this amateur event, you know, hang out with your buddies, and then you can go watch the pros. Like I said, I was front row center last night. They were cheering on Bean in her championship match for the women's
For those that don't know Bean Hung is the #1 female player in Australia.
Great player, great person.
Yeah, phenomenal lady.
And
Corey Sharman's asking you, Johnny Triple P, is there no jet setters this year at CCS Niagara Falls?
no.
Or is it to be determined?
No. A lot of us didn't play League this year, so we weren't able to put anything together. I think next year we may be figuring something out, but this year we kind of, you know, took a little bit of break. You know, we had a really nice run. You know,
that team's had a phenomenal run. Ronnie in a little bit of trouble here.
but yeah, and I think that's what we decided last year at VNEA, that would probably be our last year playing against, like, as that 5.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and I know that I think Stephen Holem has now officially been told that he's a little too high in the rankings to play in the CCS. I know Joe Spence is also very close. He might get another year, same as in VNEA. Great shot there by Ronnie.
Yeah.
Needs to draw into this 3, hopefully get shape on either the 3 or the 1.
The 3 might go right into the side, actually. I just kind of took a peek at that.
Oh, it very well could.
Right.
Can't quite
But it
see.
wouldn't hurt to draw back into this as well. But
No, he's
typically
going.
you don't want to move too many balls around.
Yeah, he
you know.
killed that ball really well for the 3 ball. Left some nice angle.
Yeah.
Nice little chop down
Play
for
this
the 1.
into the side.
Just like that. Nice and straight.
Doesn't need to do a whole lot for this 5 ball here.
Does have to watch the angle, though. You don't want to mess with the 12-9 down on this bottom rail.
Yeah, he's just going to draw off this back rail and try to come back middle table.
Past
Just
the
like this.
13, yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Now it's just a draw back up. Maybe you'll check the side rail, maybe not, but 8 ball heading down to the bottom left, or he could go side pocket.
Came up a
Oh,
little bit short there on the
sure
shot
did.
here. But
He sure did.
for these guys in this caliber, this
Yeah,
shouldn't
that's
be
a
much of
hanger.
a... You don't want to shoot it, but, you know, you should be okay.
Yeah, he's all good here.
You know, and I think this will be a fun match to
Oh, this will be a
commentate on
great
here.
match.
Um,
And then
both of these guys definitely be playing some great pool to get to where they got to.
absolutely. You know they had to. That's why I say this is more or less going to be a run fest here on this right table.
So we know Ronnie Wiseman from being in Canada.
Yeah.
But I don't know a whole lot about Dennis, you know. Maybe there's somebody out there that can give us a little bit of
Yeah,
info
give us
on
some
this guy.
insight.
Obviously, he's a great player. He broke and ran the first rack out. But I haven't seen him play yet.
Yeah,
And I'm trying to look to see if he looks familiar. Because I've been around for a while. And I've been
Well,
playing
he's
at
you know, as many events as I've been to and streamed, he's a new face for me. From Ohio, Oak Harbor. It's easier to say it that way than try to go Oak Harbor, Ohio.
yeah, a little
right?
tongue twister.
Yeah, the brain just doesn't like saying it in order.
So he hit second ball last time
Oh,
there,
yeah,
so he's liking the
great
second
break.
ball. And if you can master the second ball,
Although the starter is not very good. I'm looking down the barrel. He might be able to get the 1 ball. Has to perhaps put a little right-hand spin to throw that 1 in.
I'm trying to look under the monitor to see if he has this 1 ball.
You can see full ball, but I think he's got he's getting down, giving it the one-eyed wink.
I think he could make this 1 ball.
He can, but again, right?
See, he's
When
just looking to see.
I'm looking down the barrel of it.
Yeah.
You
I think
might
he's just
have to-
looking to see if he can make the 6 straight in the side, or if he's going to go forward and play the 5 in the side.
Yeah, I think he might have to put this in with a little bit of right-hand touch on the cue ball. See, once again, down, giving it the one-eye stare down.
It's definitely tight. And his only problem area is that 6, 4, 5 area.
Well, I mean, he could play the 4-5 combo. Just got to be cognizant of the 10. Yeah, I think he's dead perfect now. 4-5 combo, push the 10 out of the way.
Get a little closer to your work, like at that distance where it makes it easier, not too close.
2 ball goes, 3 ball goes, both to the bottom right-hand corner.
And so he just has to negotiate how the 4 is going to come off the 10 ball. So play shape for the 3. Maybe the move here.
I would agree.
Unless the 6 goes down table past the 14, I can't quite see.
Nope. It does not.
Okay.
But I think your initial call is correct, in my opinion anyway. 4-5 combo draw for the shape on the 3 ball.
And if he didn't have to put right-hand siding to throw that 1 ball in, we probably could have saw him play topping. You know, maybe a little left-hand top to come off and play the 5 ball.
Yep.
And that would open up the table. So he doesn't like the combo here, so he is switching to the 3. And this won't be an issue because he can just slide over for the deuce.
Ooh. Didn't want to
And
clip it, but got a little jelly
He
rub.
got away with it because his next move is to draw back and play like the 4 or 6 into the top left-hand corner or right-hand corner. And then he could play the 5 on the side.
Can he draw off the rail behind the 14 ball?
Well, the question is, after he moved it, just making things a little bit more difficult.
Or even on top, just straight draw? Doesn't have to power draw to the rail?
Just a little right-hand siding, so when it hits that rail, it'll throw out just a touch.
Uh-oh.
So now he's got a little bit of a back cut on the 6 ball. And he didn't want to hit the 2 ball there, and that's what kind of got him into bad position.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So... And this is where you'll find like some of like the top players that they can work their way out of this.
Well, I think he's going to have to back cut 6 ball top right-hand corner, but
He'll come 3 rails.
yeah,
as long as he doesn't hit that. I mean, if he hits the 9 ball, I think he'll be fine. Because the 5 does go on the side pretty easy.
Well, can you shave that 6 into that top right without clipping the 4 ball? And if you clip the 4 ball, I think you're okay there too, right?
Yeah.
Ideally, stick around at the top side of the table,
and this shot
take the 5 ball.
Isn't easy.
No,
but you know, I still fancy him making this shot because I just think, could I make this shot?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's asking a lot. I mean, it looks a little bit easier on the camera than what it does live.
It's 100%.
You look live, and that is
100% easier sitting where we're sitting.
yeah, I've already shot it and made it already.
Yeah.
I haven't missed from back here.
But I did see his pattern here, you know, and it's just unfortunate that he did clip that 2 ball. Or would be watching Ronnie rack the balls here.
Yeah, of course. Well, and you know what, guys? If you can help us out, smash that share button for us. We would greatly appreciate it. The more, the merrier as far as viewers go. Always playing the safe. Does he get the 6?
Did he play the safety here?
I don't think he got there. He played the safety. Tried to plug the 6 in front of the 9 ball, leave the cue ball to the left side of the 9.
I think he was trying to freeze to the 9 ball on the bottom rail. Yeah.
Off the side rail.
Yeah, that's right. Like,
kind of the 2-way, I think, because I really do think he tried to plug that path with the 6 ball as well.
Yeah. I don't think he was going for that. The way he stroked that. So I think Ronnie was just looking to see if that, let me see, the 10 ball passes the 5. Because his angle's a little too straight.
10 ball past the 5 to the bottom left?
Yeah. See how he's looking at this?
I think he's looking at going off the 5 to the side, if at all.
I'm looking at that angle, and it may go off the 5 in the side.
It's tight.
It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better when I looked at it live.
Yeah.
From the screen, it looks tight.
Yeah, it looks scary.
But when I came over here, I'm like, it's tight, but it could go. So yeah, he didn't like it, so he just kind of. And I tell you,
great shot.
He did not have a lot of angle to get up in that to get that breakout. Like, you see how hard he hit that?
Yeah.
And now look at this.
Still has to work on this 11, 13. 13 goes to the bottom.
Well, he can just draw down for the 13 right now.
Yeah. Draw over?
Draw over. Either or works.
Yep.
I thought he could have just floated down, but, you know, preference. Because the 13 went in both pockets. But he did come up a little short on this.
Yeah.
Came up a
I don't
little
think
short.
it'll be an issue, though. He can float this 11 into the bottom right, check that rail on the right-hand side, kind of leave himself a little bit of a tougher cut.
Yeah, he'll play that 14 to the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah. He's got a lot of space to work with up there.
I mean, and you always got to be wary about that side pocket here.
Yep.
And make sure you don't go too far into the 4 ball.
How about
he hit
perfect? Perfect works.
Those are always the little things you got to be wary about. I mean,
didn't get too flirtatious
by about
with
an inch and a quarter.
Yeah, didn't get too flirtatious with the 4 ball. Left himself a good angle here.
And that just shows that, you know, he does have somewhat a better feel for the table.
Yes.
You know, day one, I think that shot would have been a little bit more trickier with the rail sliding the way they did.
Yeah. Very well done. Ronnie Wiseman regains the lead.
And I like the way he hit that 8 ball.
Yeah.
It wasn't a cocky move, you know?
Yeah, he was just letting you know, hey, I'm
He didn't have
here.
to hit it that hard that way, you know?
Yeah, I'm here to play.
He may have
That
just,
sends the tone and the message.
yeah. You know, I think mentally, I think I know what he was going through. I've done it myself.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a cocky move. It was kind of just like,
It's a confidence builder.
yeah, he did that for confidence.
Yeah. It was his confidence boosting reward for
That's
working
right.
through that rack. Because there was definitely some work there.
Mm-hmm.
He picked it apart well.
Yeah.
But of course, being a Canadian legend,
Coming up short on shape on the last ball.
Yeah.
And that's all that was about, was that. Haven't seen Ronnie for a long time.
Yeah. He's like
from
the abominable
Windsor,
snowman.
Windsor, I think he's from.
Ontario, yeah.
I used to live in Toronto for a long time, so I got to hang out at a lot of good places like Le Spot Billiards, and that's where Alex played out of for many years. He keeps a lot of his trophies there.
Yeah. He's like the abominable snowman, always talked about, but very rarely seen.
So we're going to see him with his hammer break and see.
Yeah, hopefully
this
he
works out.
takes a little off. I hit that a little flat. Jumped out of his shoes, hit it a little flat. Well,
And
we're going to
how
go.
much did he freeze on this
Oh,
11
yeah.
ball?
He did, but I mean, one to the side pocket and you're out.
There are no issues really with the
None.
low ball.
No. 2 ball is about the toughest shot on the table. But it'll pass to the bottom left. It'll go top right. It'll go right side.
Yeah.
There's some options to work with. Oh,
Ooh, did not expect him to miss that, but you know,
nope.
at the end of the day, that's
They're
still
human.
a top shot.
Yeah, they're human.
That's still a top shot.
Yep. The platinum division is human, after all. Right, and you know, you tend to get a little bit. What's the word? You don't take it as seriously as the young platinum up-and-comer players, but I'll tell you, these senior platinum players, they have a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
They are the scary ones that you got to watch out for.
Well,
So
you know,
Ronnie,
Dennis is going to sit down. He's already forgotten about that miss.
yeah,
You know, he's not going to dwell on it, as maybe somebody with a little less experience might dwell on that. You know, he's going to shake that off, and you know, he's
I
going to
would
wait for
agree.
his next opportunity here.
yep.
Ronnie's going to be in this situation here where he's just going to have to make sure that he takes advantage of that opportunity, because this is his break, and he already broke one on Dennis. So
Yeah.
if Dennis could have won this game, he could have got that break back.
Yeah.
So just the one ball is just a little tight over in that area.
Yeah, I want to give you all a quick look at this one as soon as he. Oh, here, let's do it right now. So there's the 1 ball, and nothing easy about it right there. What is Ronnie's Fargo? I'm not sure I can. Sorry, guys. Johnny ripped his headset off. Had to cough. Didn't want to cough in your ear.
I didn't want to reach over. It was coming. There was no stopping it.
Yeah, that's all good. What is Ronnie's Fargo? That's a great question. Let me see if I can find out.
I would say about Ronnie is that he hasn't been playing as much. And this guy, well, he's in the 700s for sure. Definitely under 720 because he wouldn't be able to play in this tournament. However,
Dennis is a 670.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find
Nice little
Ronnie
break
Wiseman.
out there, but he's going to have to play a combo now. But it's actually not that bad of a combo. But Ronnie, I mean, yeah. So
Ronnie is a 703.
And I could tell you that that's probably low for him, but he's not playing as much as he used to,
Yeah.
you know. So the only thing Ronnie has to do here is he has to be wary about this 1 ball and the cue ball. I tell you, you can't hit that any better.
Nope.
You know, he had to go for the breakout on the 1, and he ended up with this combo. So, and the best part is all he has to do is just roll this
Yeah,
in, so it makes the shot
just a
10 times easier.
nice little pocket follow through. Now he's 2 rails and out for the 8.
Yeah. And like anything, you got to be wary of that 14 ball.
Yeah.
You know,
Could
even
also
maybe,
draw, right? You could draw this
Yeah, I
off
think
the
he'll just
bottom.
draw straight back. It depends on how much rail he has here.
Yeah.
See, I thought maybe like that
Perfect.
3 ball was like closer to the rail, and you
Yeah.
don't get that drawback. You
Correct.
actually come up a little higher.
Yeah.
But he had a lot to work with, so he was easy to draw that back.
Ronnie is just a one-man wrecking crew.
Yeah. And this should be Dennis's break now.
It should be. So these guys are also playing with the Predator Arcos 2 balls, as is everyone in this venue, both on the 9 foots as well as the 7 foots, 305 or 310 7-foot tables, all using the Predator Arcos balls. Then you've got, let me think here, 2, 4, 6, 12, 13, 26 9 foots, also utilizing the Predator Arcos 2. And of course, all tables covered in the Arcadia cloth. And if you're looking to get your hands on any of them, there is the QR code. Give it a scan. Head on over. That'll give you all the information that you need in order to get your hands on one of these Predator tables. Stream which?
Is there a way to watch it?
He turned on my mic and not his.
Yeah, as soon as this
So-
match is done, I'm going to go take a break. But
Very important rack here for Dennis. These short races to 5 at this caliber.
did I turn you down?
You turned me down, yeah, so I had to switch it over.
Sorry, guys.
It's all good. Somebody's coming up here to ask questions,
Yeah,
like always.
Which, you know, I got to say this much. When we're live, the only thing I ask is when we're live and there's a match going on, shouldn't be a conversation happening at the booth.
The reason is there's a lot going on here.
There is, and listen, I get it, I understand it, but at the same time, you have to respect the players,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because we have comments that we're trying to read.
Yeah.
We're trying to watch the match and keep track of score. But I think that was the first dry break I seen by Dennis, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, you can't afford that because
No, especially playing
race to 5.
race to 5 and playing a fellow of Ronnie Wiseman's caliber.
And
Ronnie looking to get himself on the hill here. He does not want to
honestly,
make this 3-2.
You can flip the switch very quick.
Of course.
The other way.
Yeah.
You know, a couple mistakes by Ronnie and Dennis is up 3-1.
That's right.
You know, so
Well, I mean, look, Ronnie's in a great position right now, with exception to the 13 ball. Has to figure that out, has to figure out the 10 ball. But looking to go 4-1. He does not want to, you know,
And
relinquish
his
this
break.
table. And then his break, yeah.
it's huge.
Right? Where if it does go 3-2, there's a chance, right?
So you could see the experience here. He knows takes the 3 in the side,
Except you
opens up the table.
can't hit the horns on these tables.
I mean, to me, I think that was the right shot
Yep.
because if he makes that ball, this is a done deal.
Yeah.
So now we're going to watch Dennis get his break back here.
Yeah, we're going to watch him go to work.
And I don't think he will make any mistakes here. Honestly, I think he should leave that 5 alone. It'd be a little bit easier to get onto the 8 ball after.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he does have the 6, come up for the deuce. You know, he can drop for the 3 ball. Maybe take the 7 into the side because of the 4-1 go. So, and then he can easily slide over for that 5 ball.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, that's just when you're at the table, it's much different.
Yep.
And also comes down with being comfortable of what you like to play with. There's a lot of people out there like to use juice. A lot of guys like to use bottom. You know, some guys like prefer stun shots.
Yeah.
So
I would agree.
we'll watch how Dennis dissects this rack, and this is always the best part. Just drawn to the 11 ball.
And so we are broadcasting Out of the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino, Lost Wages, Nevada.
And even though
Live.
he's shooting over this 11 ball, he still has the 4 and a side.
Yeah,
This is
the positive side of shooting over this ball, if there is a positive side, is there's nothing to do.
if you gotta
Make
put
the
bottom
two,
on this.
yeah, yeah. There's nothing to do. Make the 2, you're on to the 4.
And this is his only problem ball on the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lost wages. I love that.
Yeah. That's what happens. You come to Las Vegas and you lose all your wages.
I'm even. Right now.
Count yourself lucky.
I don't gamble a whole lot. And just once in a while, you know, throw a couple bucks on the roulette table. That's about it. So we do have this 4 and a side. I don't think there's any issues, but you do have to respect the shot. And you could say maybe the first time that he played that side pocket 1 ball that he missed.
Yep.
You know, maybe a little lackadaisio, just, you know, shooting it like you normally would.
He's still okay, though. 7 goes. Nice little pinch draw for the 3.
3, 1,
And
5.
1, 5, 8. Oh, no. Went forward with it.
But
Interesting choice.
But, you know, he's still okay. He can come up and down table here. You just want to make sure that you get a nice angle on this 1 ball here.
You have to have the angle on the 1. Well, I guess you don't have to. I mean, you
don't
can
have
stun
to.
and
It just
and
makes
just
life
cut
easier.
it in. It does.
And so you can see he's just measuring up and he's just visualizing the angles. You know.
That's the
Shouldn't
spot.
be, too
That's
hard
the
just
spot.
to pop over for this 5 ball here.
You looked at that table.
No, I was just seeing what they're doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were looking for the color clarification and looking to see. Hold on 1 second again here, guys.
Yeah. So
So I'm playing on 1. Is there anything different than any other match I'm playing?
We're actually live right now on this table.
Okay.
So
You don't ever have to be live on 1. Just saying. So hopefully that runs for about 2.5 hours.
Yeah, yeah. What,
So I'm scheduled to start at 3 o'clock.
So
Okay.
we'll see how he pops off here.
Do we start
He
at
hit that
11:30?
beautiful. I love that shot.
what are you playing?
And not a whole lot of work to do here.
Let me put you on.
Just gonna
Just
roll this up just a
Give me
little
1
bit,
second.
and
You really don't have to.
and
And what's
he
your
holds his break.
D-E-N-N-I-S.
These raise to 5s. These are the most important. Is you have to win your breaks.
And what's your Fargo?
Boy, 591.
And so,
That's what I was in.
nice
That
little run out
is
here
who's
by
your
Dennis. Got in trouble a few times, but stayed in it. And you know, you'll find that with a lot of the top players. They don't panic when they get out of a position. You know, they can get themselves back into position here. So nice run out here. So
I'll let you.
better for Ronnie here, because Ronnie could have been on the hill if he could have got that 3 ball in the side pocket, and he'd be breaking for the championship.
That is
I wish could tell you who is in the hot seat. Maybe I'll take a look and see if I could find out, and maybe we can find out who's in the hot seat. So we'll see if Ronnie changes his break. I don't think he will change his break. He hits that head ball pretty good. You know, I think if anything, if you come up dry on something like that, you may want to like change your speed,
I assume I have to beat him twice.
and then you could really feel the table a little bit better. He smashed that, but did he make a ball? And it's pretty interesting to see the difference between when Kim was breaking on the left table, on table 1. She was hitting that at like
Reno's Fargo.
maybe, you know, 30% power, where Ronnie was hitting this at like 80% power. I mean, he's jumping out of his shoes. And that 30% power was such a nice spread. There weren't a whole lot of tied-up balls.
544.
So, you know, something to look forward to when you play these tables, you know.
All right, whenever
Takes a
you're ready
little
to go.
while to really get the feel for the speed of the table. When you do hit hard, you have a better feel for the table. But I think in the beginning, it doesn't hurt to maybe hit the balls just a little bit lighter. So are we doing another split screen here? I think we have like...
Yes, we are.
Grant was talking to me here, but his mic was off. Grant was just getting some information about this table.
Yeah, so we've
gold.
got the 8-ball senior gold finals. Reno has the hot seat.
So Ronnie came up dry on his break.
Okay,
So
hold
we're
on
gonna
1
have
second
to-
for me. Oh, yeah.
We're going to have to add a game to Dennis. So Dennis has a chance to tie this game up here.
Oh, very nice. This is getting interesting.
And it just shows you how important these breaks are,
Yep.
you know.
So, Johnny, now that we're splitting this screen again, can you hold the fort for 5?
For 5, yeah.
You good?
Yeah, you bet.
That would be very appreciated.
The other one. The other one.
Yes.
There you go. Don't want to turn my mic off again.
Do you need me to show you how to update and keep scores?
I'm not sure who's breaking.
That is Reno.
That is Reno.
Reno's in red.
Okay, Reno and red. Perfect. And so how would you switch between these two for the scores?
So just down here. Left table,
Okay,
right table.
and that switches this. And how do you get back to there?
Oh, here, let me do this for you. There. So now
So
you
just
back here. One
back
there,
and
one
forth?
there.
Okay,
It'll
perfect.
auto update there.
Okay, perfect.
Cool. I shall return.
Go check the air in the tires.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problems. So, very important game here by Dennis. He's going to have to really make sure that he finishes off this table and he gets that break back that he lost earlier in the match. Hit that very nice here. He's got the shot with the 5 in the corner here. Just not 100% sure. Let's see. That 3 does not pass into the top right-hand corner. So he may have to roll forward. I think playing the 7 ball here next would be the shot. Because if he does get somewhat straight on this 4 ball, he should be able to just roll it up and play the 3 in the side pocket here. So it does look like he's trying to play this angle for the side pocket shot here. And I don't think we've really done this before. We've done split screens on single matches. And it looks like he hit that just a little too much. And I think the biggest thing was just maybe trying to get that cue ball away from the side pocket. So I think that's why he hit that just a little hard here. Trying to look down the barrel of his cue because I can actually see straight down, but he's standing in front of me. So let's just see, he's walking away. He does have the 4 ball. So that's the good news. So he should be able to just roll this 4 in, come across table, and play this 3 ball in the bottom right-hand corner. Or is he still trying to play the 7 ball? I'm telling you, this 7 is tight. He's got the full 4 ball. He has no issues with that, but this 7 ball, I'm telling you, it is tight. And if he makes this, he doesn't have a whole lot of work to do with the cue ball. So this was his original plan. He just didn't want to have so much angle. He hit that in with so much confidence. So now he's going to have to play this 4 ball now with a little bit steeper of an angle. And I think with this angle now, he may have to play this 3 ball into the side pocket. So he's just going to be very wary about this 8 ball. So is there any viewers here that know Dennis? Can you maybe get a little background on him? For myself, he does look familiar, but I do not know him. And I may have just seen him around at other tournaments, but I've never met the gentleman himself. So he's going to have to play this with just a little bit of inside juice. Just got to watch out about that 9 ball here. And he hit that really well. Perfect. And he doesn't have to do a whole lot with the 3 ball. He's got a natural angle just to roll forward for this 8 into the same pocket. So nice run out here by Dennis. Tie this matchup 3-3. And on the left-hand table here, I don't have the names at the moment. I have to switch screens, that's why. And looks like he just played a safety on that left-hand table here. And I like the way Dennis is doing this. He's just taking his time. He's making sure, because this is a huge game for him. Because not only does it get him to 3-3, it also gets him to his break, where he can actually take a lead in the match. And with the last game, I mean, he was looking going down 4-1. So this is, I guess, where, you know, race to 5 is so interesting, because the swings can't make a whole lot of mistakes here. So we got a ball game on that side.
Dennis just won on that side. Oop. You got it already? You're good?
So on the left-hand table here, I'm trying to remember their names here.
Ronnie.
This
Ronnie
guy
in
here
red.
shooting.
Ronnie. Or Reno.
Yeah, Reno.
Reno.
I knew it was an R. I knew it was an R.
I'm back with you.
Yeah, and it's very, like, they're both, like, very similar.
Yes.
Right? One is Dennis, one is Reno, and then we got Dennis and Ronnie.
Yes. And then I come and confuse things.
So he's going to play this 10 ball straight into the corner here. And he's going to have to put a lot of juice on this to get up for the 8 ball. I'm
Yeah,
not
gotta
sure
go.
if he got there.
I don't think he did.
And honestly, I think if
Is
that
this
was
still
me
first
playing,
rack on the left?
first rack on the left. So Dennis has a great opportunity here on the right table to take his first lead of the match. And I was just mentioning on how the swings are.
Oh, yeah.
He was looking at 4-1 down.
Yeah.
And now he's looking at a 4-3 lead.
Yes.
Like, just like that.
That is the ebb and flow of 8-ball pool.
Yeah.
And you got to be able to handle those swings, right?
So on the mic, we got myself, Johnny Triple P, and we got Grant Zemp here on the other side.
That is me.
You've probably known Grant a little bit more because he's been on this mic all week.
I'm just part of the furniture.
He's growing roots here.
Right?
I've been back and forth.
Yes. We've had a few guests in, yourself and Jeff Wanless helped me out a little bit. We had Damien Pong Panic, CEO, Chief Cook, and Bottle Wash of Jam Up
And I
Apparel.
only stopped in for a second, but
Yes.
Fedor Gorst was
Fedor
here.
Gorst was here, yeah.
I think I was talking to Savannah, and they said they
Savannah,
might
yeah.
be interested in coming out.
For sure. I'd love to have Savannah on.
So is he going to go rail first? Yeah, that was a tricky shot on the left-hand table. How's Dennis looking over here on this table? Is he going to play the 10 off the 14?
Which Dennis? Because they're both Dennis's. At the
sorry,
table.
on the
Yeah,
right-hand
10
table.
off the 14, yeah. Doesn't want to push it too far, though.
Hit that really good. Now he could just play this 13 ball. May see a combo depending on how he wants to play this.
Yes. I was going to say, you got to be cognizant of your shape here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if you're going to play the combo, I think you're better off rolling up for the 9 ball as opposed to trying to play shape for the 14.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's a small window
and
between that 4-5, but it's, you know.
He could play a 9 ball shot here where you can dig into this 13 ball and come off 2 rails. If you hit it good, you'll miss the 6.
Yeah.
And you'll get shape on the 9 ball, which kind of just leaves you 9 in the corner or 14 in the side.
Yep.
But if he decides to play topping on this, he might be able to just kind of pass that 14 and play a straight and an 11 ball. So we'll see what he likes. Yeah, that was the hard part, was just to miss that 6 ball.
Listen, second place isn't bad here.
I think he still has the 11 ball.
Yeah, he's got the 11, 2 rails for the 9. And then the 14 goes to that left side pocket.
Yeah. I think earlier we saw Chris make a shot like this where he drew into the 8 ball and instead of playing 2 rails out.
Yep. That comment must have come before I left. Are you going to show the Gold Seniors Finals? That is on the left-hand table.
Left-hand table, yeah. And unfortunately, Dennis on that table missed 3 ball with a straight and 8 ball, so Rio gets a chance to take to draw first blood.
The Reno, not the Rio.
The Reno. I've been here too long. I'm going roots in this hotel.
Yeah, right. We're broadcasting out of the Rio, but it was Reno that won.
The Reno used to have good tournaments. So Dennis kind of bumped into this 9 ball, giving him kind of a funny angle here.
I think he can just chop this in, right?
Yeah,
he should be able to just draw maybe into the punch 4. The 4 a little bit.
Yeah, just bump the 4 just a hair.
Yeah. Didn't even need the bump.
Oh, that was perfect. Because if you don't get the bump, you get the shape.
That's right.
But bumping that gives you a little bit better options.
Yeah, and he'll be hit and stick.
So
on the 14, nothing
Dennis
to do.
He's going to take his first lead of the match.
From potentially 4-1 down.
Potentially being down 4-1 to being up 4-3.
On the hill. However, it is Ronnie's break. We could have hill action.
We have a great chance of hill.
And I believe this is the finals on the right-hand table here as well. I don't know who has the hot seat.
I was mentioning that earlier. Is there a way we could find out who won? Like, is there where we could see the brackets? Or do we got to run over to the big screen?
No, we don't have to go over there. We could go ctsondemand.com. The issue is, so this screen is hardwired, and I don't want to put it on here because we'll miss something.
That's right.
This is all 3 of these are on Wi-Fi.
Okay.
And so if I try to put that on, it slows everything down. Because you can imagine there's, thousands of people in the room here. Needs a ball. 3 ball heading to it. Yeah, and makes a ball.
It's got an opener in this bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah, the 14.
And the 9 ball is a little tricky.
It is, but I think he can get there off the 10.
Don't see a whole lot of issues here. I mean,
there's pattern
those 3
play
balls
that
in that area that just you have to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Other than that, it looks pretty wide open.
I agree. Because there's really, I mean, is there a case to going for low ball? I don't know if he's got one available.
I don't think he's got one available.
Perhaps the 7 cut to the right-hand side.
That's so tricky.
It is. It would float him down for the 1 nicely.
All they have to do is roll this 14 straight to the bottom right-hand corner and get low enough for the 10 ball into the bottom right-hand corner. And if he can slide over just enough, he could play the 9 in the side, and he might be able to bump out that 12 ball. And once he does that, it is
wide open spaces.
So it's all about weight control.
Much easier said than done from our side of
Oh,
coin.
from here.
I mean, we're out already.
Why is it taking so long?
Right? I was just going to say.
So he sees something else here. Does one of these balls go into the bottom corner?
I think he's going to chop this 10 ball into the bottom right, potentially crashing into...
The 13 goes past the 5.
13 does.
Yeah. So if he plays this, he can come back 2 rails center table, and he has options.
He does.
I just wasn't
Option
sure
B
if it
is
could
cut the
pass
10 and rearrange the furniture with the
and
9, 12, 13.
From what I said, he can play the 10 ball and come around. But
Yeah.
I didn't know that this 13 passed the 5 ball. And yeah, he just comes back middle table, and here he
Now
is.
is the chance. Now's the time. Cut that 10 ball bottom right. Rearrange the 9, 12 if need be. And you're sitting onto the 15 to the top right.
Exactly. I don't think, yeah. He can't really get into a whole lot of trouble here unless he hits the low side, but I still think he'll be fine. Just got to watch the scratch in the side.
Get on top of that 11. Didn't quite get there. So again, right, gotta look at those options.
But still, if he shoots a 12 into the bottom left-hand corner, not now, but he can just slide into the 8 ball, and the 9 does go on the side.
He might have to take this 12 now. He's bridging over.
Well, he can cut this
The
15
11?
in the side too.
I
Or
think
does the
he's,
9? No, I think the 9 passes the 8 here. Man,
if
these
the 9
angles,
passes the 8. Oh, yeah.
the angles that we have are not the best, so apologize for, sometimes I don't like to look at the table and kind of map it out because our angles aren't as good as theirs.
Yes.
Well,
Well, and I
knowing
mean,
that 9 passed the 8 ball, I mean,
yeah. Well, in the position that you sit in, you don't get to see the right-hand table. I don't get to see the left-hand table because we got
That's
a
right.
monitor in the way. And hey, Dave, you're more than welcome.
so
It's been a small grind for me, but I'm working through it.
yeah. I mean,
doing what I
if you
do.
guys appreciate what Grant does here, if you do see him, buy him a pop. He'd be more than happy. So
Or just send
Ronnie has
a-
to play a tricky shot here with the 15 in the corner.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have to negotiate how he comes off this 11 ball. I don't think he's going to hook himself.
2 ways back.
But
Well,
he has to make sure he gets the angle on the 12.
Yeah. Well, and he's got the small cut angle. This is all about weight right here.
He's got
Off
to play
that side
this.
rail, you got to play to the far right hand,
That's right.
to the side rail,
right
just
where
where
he's
he's at.
aiming.
Yep.
And the key is to get there.
Yes.
These tables are slick. And I tell you, his angle is
It's
sharp.
Yeah. He might have to put some check on there just to
Yeah.
slow up the cue ball.
I'm telling you, this is not a fun shot.
How about the bank? The bank on the 12, I know it's not as high percentage, but it does give you a little bit more control of the cue ball.
Yeah, that would you'd have to be very confident in your bank. For most players, seeing the pocket,
He's too hard.
and he hit this just a little too hard.
Yeah. So he may have to go rail first, or do you try the one hop over? Being that close to the rail, you'd have to hit it. You'd have to nut it. You'd have to just hit perfect.
The only issue I see here is if he goes rails first, does that 8 ball pass the 5?
I don't think it does. And unfortunately for Ronnie,
You heard the grunt from Ronnie.
and Dennis gets up, kind of gets the stress out of his shoulders. He's staring down the neck of taking potentially match number 1 going into second set, or if he does hold the hot
If he's
seat,
the hot seat, he's going for the championship.
he's going for the win.
And we're going to find out here within the next minute as Dennis picks apart this table.
I agree.
I don't
Jeff
see
likes the idea of getting beep beep into the booth. I do too.
beep beep. Oh, yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Savannah,
Yeah, I know that she said,
her parents are amazing too.
oh, yeah, they're great people. We had some
Yeah.
good chats there the other day.
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of mentioned to them, like, if they wanted to get into the booth, they seemed very interested in it.
I talked to him when they first got here.
And so,
Savannah was there.
and it all just, like, pool first.
Yeah.
But now that pool's done, I
Well,
think
she
she's
might be
jumping
in the
into
World
9
10
ball.
ball, yeah.
I know she was going to play the CSI 9 ball.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, that started yesterday or today.
Yeah.
So.
Good on her.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening on that left-hand table? We
It
got
looks like
Reno.
Reno is going to take a 2-0 lead here.
Hopefully we didn't miss a game while we were watching the one on the right-hand side of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe somebody who's tuned in who is watching that Reno-Dennis match can let us know.
And this match could very well be a race to 4 as well because it is gold.
No, I think they go to 5.
You still think they go to 5? Okay.
I looked at that on the paperwork when they brought it up.
So I'm pretty sure that's 2-0 for Reno. And Dennis here on the right table is just going through the motions.
Yeah, this is all but over.
Mm-hmm.
Curtains on this match. Dennis looking to come out victorious with the potential of being down 3-1 to now taking it down 5-3.
No, he was down 3-1. He was about to go down 4-1.
Yes.
And Ronnie made a hiccup.
And at this level, hiccups can cost, and they cost big. Not sure what the prize money is in the seniors singles platinum division. See if I can find that out. Oh, there we go. Dennis is the A-side winner on the right in the platinum. Thank you, Sandra.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a whole lot of mistakes. Both guys made a couple little mistakes, and both recovered.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Ronnie made the last mistake.
Yep.
And that was going to be pushing it to hill. And you know, Dennis being down, never panicked.
Nope.
He
seemed really steady, Eddie.
Yeah. Yeah. He
So is he
really
pushing
worried.
forward here? Side pocket. Indeed. Wow, just a weighted shot here. Make the 7. Play down just below that right-hand side pocket. And he will take it home.
And when you get to the platinum division, you're playing with guys with the higher Fargo rates. You know, you see the experience.
Good. Yeah.
You know, you don't see them panic as much. You know, Ronnie, that was the first time he made a gesture. You know, he had a pretty loud
Well, I
grunt,
think he knew, right?
but that was because he knew that was it.
Yeah.
Dennis ain't getting out. Like, it's over. Dennis is running out.
Dennis is not going to miss there.
No.
He will not squander the opportunity. 8 ball for the title.
And these guys had some tricky tables. I'm telling you, they mapped them up
Oh,
really
they
well.
picked them apart really
Yeah.
well.
That was a fun match to watch.
To the heart it goes. Dennis Woodley taking down your 8-ball senior singles in the platinum division. Really great job by Ronnie Wiseman as well.
And
Had the chance.
Maybe the seniors, but I mean, there was
Hey,
no
listen, those
big
guys can
cheering.
play.
You know,
No.
just a smile. They shook hands. You know, they look like they're having a little bit of laughs here. You know,
Of
Dennis
course.
is getting some fist pumps.
Yeah, of course. Hey, listen, when you get up into the finals, you're taking home a pretty decent chunk of change, right? You can't really frown at that.
Yeah, you know, I mean,
Right, and listen, Ronnie's been around the game long enough. He's taken a lot of different titles,
that's right.
so it's not unfamiliar territory.
And I'm sure if it would have went the other way around, you know, Dennis would have just grabbed a sip of his tea and
Yeah, of course.
just continued on
That's it.
doing what he was doing.
That's right.
And to show you how tight these tables are,
Yeah, do you see that 14 ball?
He just hit that rail just a little bit to rattle it.
Yep.
And so it's giving Reno an opportunity here to
Extend the lead.
extend the lead to 3-0.
Yes, and I believe after this match, guys, we are going to take a short little dinner break, or at least I'm going to.
Oh, I haven't eaten yet today.
No, me neither. And food is required. So Reno on the low ball here.
Yeah, we started our 9-ball teams today, but I elected not to play
Gotcha.
because I thought because Jeremiah and I would have to, we can't play at the same time, so
Right.
we'd be splitting. And I
Yep.
just said, you know what, play,
Yeah.
get
Take
into
it
a
and
rhythm.
go.
Just get into a rhythm.
That's it.
You go back and forth, you know, you're not really feeling great. It gives them a better opportunity to
Get some
advance.
seasoning.
Yeah. And I've been playing every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got these tables down pretty good now.
Hey, listen, with joining me on the mic, you won't get any argument out of me.
Whenever I have opportunity, you'll find me here at the booth with Grant, or you'll find me at the Jam Up booth. Go back and forth,
Yep.
you know. And Grant, you'll find him at the same place.
Yeah, be one of two. Well, one of three. I'll either sneak in a meal,
Yep.
or I'll be at the Jam Up booth or here.
Yeah.
Perhaps in transit between them.
So he's going to draw back for this. He
7
really
ball.
wanted to play the 7 ball here.
Yeah.
I'm
Although,
not,
you know,
I'm not 100% sure where this 5 goes.
I don't mind the little one hop over this 12 ball. Right, he's got just a touch of angle that he can potentially draw down and break into that 5 ball, rearrange the furniture a little bit. Right, could take the 4 ball to get onto the 7 here as well. 4 to the top right. You got enough draw space there to miss that left side pocket. Get onto either the 7 or the 2. Hopefully the 7 ball, but it puts you on the wrong side.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that 5 is looking a little tough.
Yeah, and he only overdrew this by
Yeah, just a touch.
maybe
That's why I don't mind the
half
little
an
one,
inch.
the one hopper over the 12, because you're not having to jump full ball.
Mm-hmm. Just that 5 ball. I'm not even sure where it goes. It's so hard to see from our angle.
Let's see if we can get a little bit closer on here.
So maybe it does go into this bottom corner by the 5.
Let's
sorry,
have
by
a
the 8 ball.
look. To the pocket it goes, but out of the frying pan into the fire. Snuggled up to 5. I don't know whether the 5 ball now goes.
The 7?
Or 7.
I think the 7 still goes into the side pocket. I wasn't sure if the 5 actually passed the 11 and the 8 into the bottom right-hand corner.
Gotcha.
So he's actually in good position here, because he doesn't have to do a whole lot with this. Because all it is shoot this 4 ball, roll up. As long as he doesn't have too much angle on the 7.
Well, he can pinch, right? He's got this 4 ball up to the top
That's
left-hand corner, so he can pinch this ball.
But this is where your weight comes in. You don't want to roll down too far.
Yeah.
But with the 11 being there, I think it's going to help his cause. So does he decide to take the 7 now?
I don't know if I would be. I think I'm taking the
like I said,
4.
you just roll forward and don't draw back, roll forward, because you can use the 11 to hold your cue ball.
He did draw back. And even at
So-
that, right, even forward motion, just use the 13 if you can.
I just don't think he'll hit the 13.
He could go forward of it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So do you play it purposefully and put this in with some right-hand spin? Miss the 13, go up table, 2 rails, and get shape on the 8 for the bottom right-hand corner?
It's so tight.
It's a
'Cause
big
if
ask.
you look at that 12 ball and the 11 ball,
What about drawing in, going uptown, coming back behind that 12 ball?
if he gets stunned at and go 1 rail up and just miss the side pocket, yeah.
Just come down behind the 12.
But
We'll see which way. Oh, he
he
plays
went
it off.
the 13.
Even better. What a great shot.
That was
Reno
a good
showing
shot.
why he's in the finals.
Yep. And you don't have to worry about this corner pocket scratch, so you won't hit it at too hard of a pace.
Nope. Had to be cognizant of it, though. Look at how close that came.
Yeah. But, yeah, that was a great shot by Reno going off the 13.
Job well done.
From our angle, it was hard to say if he had that. And I wasn't sure if he had that or not.
Yeah, speaking of the Jam Up booth, we do have them. There are very, very limited stock left, guys. We got completely picked over, including some of the new releases, the Predator Strike jersey, which I now believe is only available in ladies. I think the men's are all sold out. We have the Splice jacket. It's supposed to be in today, so that'll have a brand new stock.
So if these splice jackets come in today, I guarantee you they'll be gone tomorrow.
Yep. Get on over. We've got a couple of the Predator Shadow hoodies left, but that is it.
We started day one. We set up the mannequins. We set up the booth. We got
Yeah.
everything rolling. And we really weren't supposed to be open, but we decided to open up that night,
Yeah.
and we were swamped.
It was crazy. And the next day,
Oh.
and then the following day, the third day we were here, was a monster day. The fourth day was an even bigger day.
And teams haven't even gotten here yet.
Nope. No, we thought we brought enough product to last us for this event plus the CCS event. So we've put in an emergency order with the manufacturer. Said, "Hey, get them over here. We need them."
Yeah.
It won't be in time for the end of BCA here, but we'll be stocked up for the CCS Canadians.
So if you're anywhere near Niagara Falls,
Yes.
come on down to the Sheridan Hotel.
Yeah. Sheraton on the Falls.
What are the dates on those?
Oh, you would have to put me on the spot like that, wouldn't you?
Because I don't know. If I knew.
You know what? I can tell you. Give me a minute.
Tell you the truth, I may have a poster here in
I
my
got it. It's
pictures.
on my.
Let's have a race.
It is the 13th to the 18th of March. So I get back into Calgary on the 5th. I leave on the 12th. I get
Okay.
1 week at home, and then I'm back out on the road. And then I believe I'm back from Niagara Falls. When am I back there? I am back on the 19th. And then I leave again on the 27th to go to Vegas here again. And then I get to be home for a week and a half. And then I've gone to Philadelphia. So it's a crazy work schedule for myself. Crazy travel schedule.
So it was the first time I started to really look at the Fargos for these players.
Yeah,
And
they can play.
And Reno's sitting here at 544, and Dennis is at 591. Unfortunately, we haven't seen a whole lot of Dennis here. Reno has just been
He took over the match here.
just really, really steady in this match.
Yeah. So if the 4 passes the 8, I like taking the 4 ball and rearranging the furniture just a little bit on that 7-10.
Well, the 7 goes into the side.
Does it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Not 100% sure because you know how these angles could be, but
Yes.
I'm looking at it and it looks like it does go. And all he has to do is just kind of roll up on the 6 ball into the top left-hand corner.
Does it go past the 9?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Holy,
Yeah, I know the angles on the
Ooh.
TV are really tricky.
it's tight past there, though. No, he's on that 7-6 into the left side.
Well, he needs to get down table, and that's the issue.
Yeah, he can do it right here.
Yeah,
Take the
and-
7 into the
and-
side, play off the 10.
And that's, I thought maybe with the 4 ball, he might have played up for the 1 ball at least. So, but this angle here, as long as he can get below this,
Oh, no. He shot that a little quick.
he shot that a little
didn't
quicker
get
than
into
the
his
other
normal
shots.
routine.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think what he was really focused on was getting that cue ball down table.
Mhm.
Because if you get at the wrong angle on a 6,
Oh, yeah.
there's no way to the 1. or
Trouble,
the
trouble.
3.
But you know what? He got second place. Hampered on the shot. And 14 ball. Not an easy shot.
It's not an easy shot.
Oh, he lights it in. Pocket weight perfect.
It was a
Does he
really
see
nice
the
shot.
11 here?
I think he does see the 11.
Can he see the 11 for the make?
Unfortunately, that was such a. I mean, that was a commitment shot. Because if he missed that, I mean, Reno has an opportunity with the 3 and the 1 ball to kind of create something down there.
Yeah. Well, and Sandra, you said it. Reno won the hot seat, so Dennis has a little bit of work to do, not only in this match, but if he wants to claim that first place prize, he's going to have to come back in this match and then take and do it again in match number 2.
Yeah, because I think in the first game, Dennis missed
Mm-hmm.
a very makeable 3 ball to win the first game.
Yeah, it was a 14 rattled up into the corner.
And, and after that, it's kind of been a tough go. I mean, Reno's just been playing really good.
Yeah, and you can't take anything away from Reno.
No.
And it certainly doesn't speak to Dennis's skill. It's just
No,
he
just
got sat in the chair.
Just hadn't had an opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was Dennis didn't want to be on the stream.
Yeah, it was Dennis that said, you know, you don't have to put us on there. I said, give me your paperwork. I'm going to put you on anyway. Ooh, there is a rare occurrence to
It's
hit
not
a horn
often.
on the side and the ball still pocket.
It's not often you hit that horn and that ball drops.
Correct.
Because these side pockets are a little bit bigger, but they're shallow.
Well, and whatever they've done with the cut of the pocket, I'll tell you, you touch that horn, it just doesn't drop.
Well, you know, like if the pockets, like most side pockets, you could just roll it to the pocket and it drops in. And these ones aren't cut like that.
Nope.
So he wanted to play for the 9-ball, and he just came out just a little bit hard.
It's still okay, though. I mean, how straight is he on the 15? Can he get to the 10 ball after the 15?
Yeah, well,
I
he
think
can
that would
get
be
to
the
the
shot.
10, but I think he wanted to save the 15 for
Yeah,
the
of
last,
course. Yeah.
You know, so
Plan
you're just gonna
B.
have to work on your next strategy here. Just get middle table. And then you have the
He's
option.
digging down for the 9.
Well, and the thing with that is that you give yourself the 10 ball or the 9. And
I like the 9
ideally,
here.
You would want to get onto the 10
Yeah,
ball.
if
But
you
he
take the
just came out a little too far.
Take the 10, and I think you lose the cue ball back and forth. 9 ball, check that left rail behind the 6, come back down, you'll have the 10 ball.
Just really watch your speed here.
Yeah, you don't want to adrenaline stroke.
And it looked like he hit that
He is perfect.
pretty good. He doesn't have to do a whole lot.
Nope.
I think he can even afford to put just a little bit of bottom just to come
Yeah,
across
I agree.
table.
Yeah,
That 7 shouldn't affect him at all.
I
here.
agree. Pop the right rail, come back across for the 8 to the bottom right.
This will be a big win for Dennis here.
Good for the confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Ideally didn't want to be on that rail, but from this distance, this position, I don't think he's missing much from here.
I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, you not allowed. You took over my commentator's career.
Nicely done by
Very
Dennis.
well done. And of course, we got to give a shout out to this gentleman right here, Mr. Gord Kerr, big supporter of CueSports Live, tunes in a lot. And he has started his own company, Crystal Palace Cues. Go and check him out on the website or find him on Facebook. His email address listed there as well. He's got it all, cues, cases, and accessories. The elusive Talm chalk in both the Pyro and the V10. Make sure you send him a note.
And I remember somebody mentioning something like, and this is where I never had a chance to have my rebuttal on it, but they're saying the Talm chalk and the Masters chalk, like they hold on the tip just the same. But the difference is some of the other chalks stick to the cue ball, and the Talm does not stick to the cue
No,
ball.
it's really clean.
So if you want to look for less skids, you know, bad contact, you know, that's where the technology of the Talm chalk is amazing.
Yeah.
So I am a fan of Masters chalk, and I use Masters chalk in almost every tournament. However, when I play in these big tournaments, I use Talm chalk.
Yeah.
Because I cannot afford a skid.
'Tis true.
And because of that, and maybe because I'm cheap, the 25 American I spent is going to last me a lot longer.
Oh, you're funny. I love it. Oh, nice draw out of that pocket. Didn't want to rearrange the furniture. I think everything goes there. 11 goes, 14 goes. At least I think it does. Can't quite tell.
It's hard to tell if that 11 goes or not. I think he wanted to kind of draw into it, just to kind of manufacture
Rearrange
something,
it
and then you
a
could
little?
shoot the 11 or the 14 next. But now he's gonna have to switch his pattern here. He does have the 10 ball.
And I got to say, I kind of like Reno and his approach where he doesn't try to do too much.
He
Right?
doesn't
He kind of takes,
overthink.
he kind of takes what the table gives him
Right.
and just kind of picks through and works his way through racks.
Yeah. He gets out of position and he just says, okay, what's my next option?
That's it.
And
And
then
I
he
mean,
just
it's led him to the 13, which is, I think, one of the big trouble balls on the table.
Guaranteed one of the hardest balls on the table. Next to the 11, as long as the 11 doesn't go.
Yeah. I think the 11 passes once you take the 14 out.
Yeah. And he does have the angle now where he can actually go forward and break out the 7. Like he could bump the 7
Yeah,
down
push the
table,
7 right out of there.
right?
Yeah.
And hopefully if you hit that nice enough, then the 7 might bump that 12 out middle table.
Yeah.
We'll see how
A
hard
small
he hits it.
rearrangement.
That's right.
Oh,
he went
all the way around.
Everything.
Around the world.
He's got the look on his face like, what just happened?
Yeah, how did that happen?
So sometimes when I play pool, I don't watch the shots.
Yeah.
I always watch my opponents, and you can tell when they miss.
Yeah, of course.
You know.
What's the shot here, Johnny? Do you bank the 12 ball?
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he banked the 12. However, he does have off the rail to make the 14.
He does, but it doesn't lead him
as long as that
anywhere.
11 passes the 7 ball.
Do you think you'll get up that high? I think he's going to hit into the 3 ball if he goes rail first.
He will. It just depends on how thin he hits it. But like I said, once you're down there, you see the angles a lot better, and
Yeah,
you know
of
what you
course.
can get away with. Up on this side of the table here, we have no issues. And I figured that he would have hit the 3 ball on the high side. And so now the question is, does the 11 pass the 7? And it's so tight from our angle, but from his angle, it probably goes all day. And he hit that perfect. Ooh. Got a little too close to that 2 ball. So if you get into this scenario, play that 8 ball into the left-hand side pocket. It's a little easier. If you try to draw this, you might be okay, but you might land on right on top of it. So perfect. It's exactly how you want to play that shot.
Perfection works. Johnny, is that what you're trying to say?
Well, you know, don't try like to cinch things in.
Yeah.
You know, you got 6 pockets to work with. And he can hit that at a good speed where it's, you know, if you're a little nervous, it helps.
Yeah. Well,
You know,
I'll tell
hey-
you what, man. Ronnie
Reno?
Reno. Reno, Ronnie, Rio,
At the Rio. Reno is at the Rio.
right?
And
Showing
he
why
is
he,
in form.
showing why he is won the A side here.
Mm-hmm. And you know, like Dennis hasn't made a lot of mistakes.
No.
He just hasn't been at the table.
That's it.
You know, he missed the ball in the first game. I think he got a little out of position. I think he had a dry break. You know, he's really not getting a chance to showcase his talents here. Nice break by Dennis here. He's got a few options here. He's got the 2 ball into the corner. He's got the 12 ball into the side pocket. It's all about preference here. 6 ball. Wasn't sure if he had it, but it looks like he is looking at it. But it does go into the side pocket as well. Just needs to kind of move that 5 ball out just a little bit. I don't know if it passes that 15 into the top right-hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
And then a little trifecta at the bottom where you're going to have to get a good angle on one of them.
I got to go take care of one issue while the booth over there is a little bit slower. You got this for a minute or two?
Yeah, you bet.
I appreciate that.
As long as he doesn't turn my mic down first. So big game by Dennis here. Either or looks very good. It's just seeing which one that you feel comfortable with. I don't know if he's pretty sure he's playing the 6 ball here, and he'd give that 5 ball a little bump. So he's going to play this 5 into the bottom right-hand corner here. Unless he decides that he's going to shoot this 1 ball. I thought he could have just maybe stunned that 6 ball and bumped the 5 ball just a little bit. And that's what's going to give him a little trouble here. So both balls are fairly open here. And the way Reno's been playing, I really don't want to see him back at the table at this moment, because he is not making a whole lot of mistakes here. And it's been keeping Dennis in this chair, so Dennis is coming in with a little bit less strokes. So he hasn't had time to heat up a little bit. And that's just been the problem. If you're not getting your strokes in here, you're not getting into stroke, so, you know, some of those tough shots, you know, a little bit harder. He's had a few more games in him, and I'm sure he would have cut that in a little bit better for sure. So Reno has a great opportunity here to close out this match here and win the Gold Division Seniors. He's been playing very steady this match here. He's really liked his game. He hasn't panicked about anything. Anytime he's got out of position, he's fought his way back.
Sorry about that, guys.
That's all right.
And thank you, Johnny.
I was just saying Dennis has been kind of like sitting in his chair. He's a little cold, and he ended up playing a nice 6 ball, and he kind of rolled out to a spot where he had to take on a tougher shot.
I
and
gotcha.
being in your chair for so long, that shot's a little harder than normal.
Yeah. I would agree.
So I think that Reno wanted to get a little bit less angle on this 15 ball.
He did, but I think he's got options, right? The 9 or 13 will pass, and he can kind of reset his position.
See, I still like taking a 15 because he can get the cue ball where it's at now. And that gives like the 14 a little bit more options later, right?
Yeah.
Instead of playing a combo, which still isn't a hard combo, but I hate combos. So, like I said,
I actually like the 12 ball going 2 rails up, then taking the 15 ball. Oh, he hit into it. That was not what he wanted to do.
Yeah, like I
Right?
said,
I kind of thought if he missed that 15 ball, right, go 2 rails back out. Now he's got the 15 ball. Come off the 15 ball, you got the 9 ball. Check over for 15 and call her done.
and like I said, if he would have shot the 15 first, came across, he would have had the exact same position, or maybe even a better position.
Oh, he is not giving anything up for Dennis. He is going to jail.
You know,
Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You're going straight to the jailhouse.
and that's very good patience on Reno's part.
Yeah, really smart.
You know,
That's a little bit of seasoning right there.
he wants to win,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, oh, look at this. Smart play by Dennis. Shove the 15 up to the 2 ball.
Did he hit it too hard?
Yes.
Nope.
Nope.
He
got
hit
it.
that perfect.
Got away with it. Says, here you go, sir.
And that's a great shot by Dennis. You know, because you're dead in water.
Yeah, that's a little
Tie
chess
up a
play.
ball.
Yeah.
And let's have a little fun.
Yeah, a little chess play never hurt nobody.
Because Reno has to break this out. And
He either has to break it out. So,
shape.
yeah, he's got ball in hand. So if he wanted to be ultra aggressive, he could set himself dead perfect. Bank on the 15 ball. Follow it out of there. You'll have the 9 ball or whatever ball that is, 10 ball, 12 ball up at the top.
Just where do you bank it? I don't know.
To the left
Does it
side.
bank into the side?
Oh, I'm sure it does.
It might bang into the side.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure. It just looks like that 9's a little bit into it, but it might be perfect.
I think it is.
Right? From our angle, it's so hard, right?
Yeah. If you were to try to straight shoot that 15 into the side, then I agree it's probably a little tight. But the fact you got to go off the rail kind of widens out that angle so he can get by that 9 ball.
Yeah, it's definitely like he's looking at the 15 or 14 into the top left right-hand corner. But to slide into that, you have to hit it so good.
Oh, yeah.
And
Well, and
even
you gotta
you're not guaranteed a shot.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a hit and hope, right? Where I think the bank is a little bit higher percentage. You can retain control of the cue ball because you just follow it. You follow the 15 into the rail and back out again.
If that 15 banked into the side, then that would be the shot.
Yeah.
If he's trying to play 3-rail breakout, same scenario.
Yeah, hit and hope.
He's not guaranteed any position on anything.
Yeah.
I mean, you can break it out and get lucky.
You could. I
Right.
mean, listen, it can work.
And
it doesn't have to
can
work.
work out great.
Yeah.
But it can also go
It
the other
can work
way.
against you for sure.
So I'm trying to think if there's a safety he can play.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this shot either.
No, because I think what he's doing is he's going to push the 14 in front of the 2 ball.
He is. So,
The
you're
only problem with that is he hit it. Maybe he didn't want to hit it this hard. But if he could have went rail and then up to the rail, maybe
You leave yourself the combo.
Then you have a combo or something.
Yeah.
So all he did is really he tied up his balls a little bit more.
Yeah, he muddied the waters.
So we're going to see a little bit of a safety battle between these two.
Oh, I agree.
You know.
And he got snuggly. So
Well,
now
and-
you can get the 11 out of there.
Well, see.
Or is it the 15?
He's got the
Is that
15.
the 11, 15? Yeah.
Yeah, he could get the 15 out, but now he has to deal with his 14 ball.
He does.
He can't see the 9 ball because he's frozen to the 3 almost.
Yeah, but I mean, really, what other choice are you gonna? I'd play the bank on the 15 and use the cue ball to push the 4, so it's away from the break
Yeah.
or the breakout possibility. Still has it with the 1 ball, but
This is a good opportunity for Dennis to get his 2 ball out of there. Because he has the better balls to break out the 4
he's-
ball 15.
and he's got more soldiers on the table.
Right? And that just showed you he was dead in the water, and he just tied up the 15. And now we're in this position where
Yeah, let's play some
if
chess.
if there was like a percentage gauge of winning,
Yeah.
right? It would have been like a 90% Reno.
Yeah.
And now I think we're down to like maybe 40% Reno.
Yes,
Because of
I
the
agree.
breakout opportunities.
Oh, and look at this. He's just going to completely muddy up the waters
There
here.
should be like one of those gauges.
Yeah, the win percentage chance meter.
Yeah, like poker.
Yeah.
When a card comes up,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
percentage change.
Yeah.
Right? And it all comes down to like that one great safety. See, I know Reno's thinking, all right, maybe I'll roll up and break this 15 ball out.
He's thinking, why did I start this mess?
But then, you have to get rid of that 3 ball because the 3 ball breaks out everything.
Yeah. Just shove the
So-
3 up to the 14.
But you don't want to leave the combo like that. That is a natural combo.
But is it?
It is.
From our angle, it looks
Well,
wired.
you know what?
But I don't
It
know that
doesn't.
it is.
Actually, I'm looking at it right down the barrel. It doesn't go.
Yeah.
Because the 1 and 3 are almost frozen. And that the 3 ball is frozen.
I was going to say, it looks like the 3 is frozen while the 1 is not.
So all he has to do is just roll this 2 ball, bump the 3 over by the pocket.
Yeah.
And leave the cue ball right where it is.
Yeah.
Or you could be aggressive. Another way, you could shoot the 3 ball, freeze behind the 3.
Oh, yeah.
Break out everything.
Yeah. Is he going for the 3?
He might be trying this combo.
He did.
And like I said,
But not, again, right, not terrible because the 12 ball's still tied up, so a good time to try it.
Yeah, you can afford, because
Well, I got the shot here.
Reno doesn't have breakout balls.
Yeah, I got the shot for you.
Okay.
Is that the 14? Shoot the 14 into the 7 ball, use the cue ball to make the 3 ball and stick it.
That would be a great shot, as long as you don't scratch.
As long as you don't scratch. Yeah, you don't want to follow it in. But anywhere down to that side, if you combo in that 14-7, make the 3,
Yeah.
you're back in the power position.
And at this point, I still put Dennis in the lead
Oh, me too.
because he has better breakout opportunities. But if Reno can come up with a great shot, they can change everything.
Yeah, I don't like taking the soldier off the table there.
So what I didn't mind about this is he can shoot the 14.
Can he make the force
into
follow?
He can play the force follow
But then
and break out the
you're
15. But I think he got a little straight on this.
well, and you're risking the biscuit right here.
Do or die.
Well, maybe not, because there's still the 1-2. Maybe it is a good strategy.
It is a
Right?
good
The 1-2 is not so good.
I give him a high percentage he makes this.
It's a matter of the breakout, yeah.
We'll see how that manufactures after.
I think he tags the 4. Oh, my God. Oh, my gosh, he made the shot.
That was the right shot.
Totally it was.
He just... I don't think he needed that much bottom, because I know you need bottom for it to follow through. But when it's that close, like a stun shot will suffice.
Yep.
And you know what? What a nice little... Like, I wasn't sure if he could see the side pocket shot, but that was a great play on Reno's part. Very creative. So now the situation is, what do you do? Tie up the 8 ball?
I like getting rid of the 5 ball, actually. The 5 is the breakout ball for the 4.
I think he tried to tie the 8 ball up to the 7, which would have been a good play, because then that puts Dennis in a situation.
Yeah, but I mean, the way that this table lays out now, I heavily favor Dennis to win.
Well, right from until Dennis missed that shot. Because
Until
after
Reno.
Dennis Reno got that angle,
Yeah.
he had a great opportunity to win.
Does the 4 go? Can he see the 4? Is that why he
I
put the
don't think
cue
it
ball there?
goes.
Or is he just going to straightforward top
I
on
would
the 1
honestly,
ball and lock him up?
If you're already grinding, just shoot that 1, hook him behind the 2. So now the 1 deuce goes, and it's a better breakout angle.
Yep. Yeah, I like that. Just
kind
play
of
the
like
safe.
this.
Yep.
But I like pushing it the other way because it kind of has a little bit more options. Because I wasn't 100% sure if he could shoot the 1 into that and break it out.
What's he doing
He's tying
here?
up the 8 ball.
Oh, it gets a little bit of separation on the 15. At least the 15's bankable.
So you're going to have to play the 7-1 combo.
Yeah. But everything goes from here. Because of that separation on the 15 ball, 4 now goes to that right side pocket.
Yeah, and I think it's got a lot of room to go there. It looks tight, but I think there's a lot of room. And even if he misses, he's still looking
Just
good.
don't move the 2. So I think I'm playing the 7-1 combo, then the 4, then the 5 ball.
It's been a fun little strategic match here.
It has,
You
yeah.
know?
A little bit of chess match going on.
There's always something.
Just don't overpower it. No need to overpower this shot.
Yeah, there's always something like a little different you can do.
Yeah.
Right?
Did he get on the 4?
Oh, he's playing a safety on the 2-ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Hey,
just
thanks,
letting him
Jason.
know that it's not frozen.
He's going to check on it. World Billiard TV just went live, y'all. If you're wanting to watch some of the pros, go check them out on YouTube, World Billiard TV.
Yeah, all the pros are playing. I think I just saw Dave Akady. He was just in a match here.
Mm-hmm. Does he get to see?
He
Can you see the 15?
He can see the 15.
Can he see it full?
Not full. He can only see the right side of it.
Can he see enough to play the 15 off the 4
He
and make it
probably
into the
can play the
left
15
side?
off the 4 into the side pocket.
That's the way.
The other option that he might be looking at is corner pocket here.
I don't know if it goes past the 4 to the corner.
But I like your side.
I
Play
like
it
the
into
side.
side
Yeah,
pocket.
off the 4 ball.
So he does have to go rail first if he wants to play that, because he can only see maybe like not even a quarter of the ball.
Yeah. I like to play off the 4 ball.
Mm-hmm. Just play it with bottom.
That's
hit
it.
Fat.
Yep.
And that 15 will slide right to the side pocket, and you'll draw back for the 8.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get that to the bottom rail, you may get lucky.
Yeah.
Because that 7 ball is pretty tricky, because it's above the horn.
Yeah. Somebody, John, asking, do you know why Stephen Holem forfeited? I do not. Both Johnny and I are a little confused on it.
Yeah, I talked to him last night for a bit, and yeah, I sent him a message this morning, because I do have a pool stick of his, not one that he plays with, that I had to give to him, so...
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the young Stephen Holem.
I know he does have some stomach issues that he's been dealing with for a while. That's always been one of the
Well, I mean,
reasons
you're
why we
his
had-
teammate, so I mean,
Yeah,
you
it's one of the
probably
reasons
know
why
better
we
than
always
most.
had 6 guys on our roster.
Mm-hmm.
So I still haven't seen him call a pocket yet. Have you?
Mm-mm. No, haven't seen him call anything. I think he's locked in on that top left-hand corner, but
Mhm.
I just don't know. Everything at risk here.
Wow.
Close, but again, found the opening of the side pocket. Albino down the subway to the ball return.
That was a really good attempt by Reno.
It was. He didn't miss it by much.
He did not. Here is all about just controlling your nerves, you know.
Yeah, if you're Dennis at the table.
You got ball in hand, open table,
Mm-hmm.
and, you know, you just want to make sure you don't make that one critical error. Yeah.
And
you
I
know,
actually like, let me look. Yeah, he's got the space. I like going the
play the 2-7 first, then the 4.
correct. And I actually like playing the 4 to the top.
Mm-hmm. Because say you save the 4 or the 2-7 combo, and
Yeah,
say
but-
it slides to the rail,
You got it down the 8 ball side.
right?
Yeah.
And that's your last ball. That's where the trouble can happen.
Yeah, he's just got to hold his nerves here, though.
Mm-hmm. So this is always the funny part about playing a combo so close to a pocket. If it stays over the hole, perfect.
Yeah. If
If you hit that rail and it slides over to the rail,
yeah,
now
if
you're
you
kicking it.
if you go rail first with that 2 ball, catch the
Mhm.
top of 7. 7 doesn't have to drop. And oh wow.
So that was, and I think he negotiated
Really
that angle,
fortunate.
but he did get fortunate there, but he negotiated that. So
Yep.
he was trying to slide that over.
Yep. Well, one on the scoreboard side for Dennis.
So nice little strategic battle there. The guys grinded. They both came up with some really nice shots and made this really interesting. I think it would have been fun for a lot of people to sit there and say, what's he going to do?
Yeah, oh, I agree.
We had our little fun guessing.
Yes. Let's give you another little quick tour for those that are just joining us. There is Kazuma up on the stage. They are the ones producing the World Billiard TV stream for the Predator World 10 Ball Championships happening right now. There are the 9-foot tables. The Pro Arena just in behind the Expo sign. That's all the stands. You can see the audience there in the background. And then we have the rest of the Predator 7-foots, and it is packed. It's a madhouse in here. There is your tournament control desk, of course, with High Country Promotions, and then these two funny characters that sit down here. If Johnny wouldn't move his hands out of the way, there we go.
Here we go. Hi, how you doing?
I'm Grant. This is Johnny.
What up?
And we are ready to go again. And a little bit of cluster on the bottom side. Almost a re-rack.
Yeah.
Just put them all back in that same triangle down on the bottom.
So a little dry break there by Reno. It's giving Dennis the opportunity to take his choice of stripes or solid and maintain control of the table.
And that is one of the keys to victory, right? Maintain control.
You don't have to make every ball.
Nope.
As we saw last match. Dennis was not looking very good and played a really nice safety, tied up some balls, intentional foul. And through that, I think Reno had an opportunity to win after a few safety battles and just came up a little short.
I agree. I've got to do
Dennis
one other
held strong to win.
little
I
housekeeping
like
duty for
this.
myself.
Look at this shot. I like the way he played that. Now if he wants to take on the 6 ball here, he breaks out his his 7 ball. And as long as nothing gets tied up, he's wide open. So he's just looking at the angle of the 6 and trying to visualize how that cue ball is going to run around. Just don't want to see if he scratches it. There we go. Don't tie that up. I still think he's in good position here because the 8 does go. The 4 goes and the 5 goes. He's a little close to the 7. But he doesn't have a whole lot of work to do here. He just needs to pot this, and he has a natural shot on the 2. It's just trying to get back to that 3 ball. And we've seen him grind some games out, so...
Sorry, I've got one text I need to send out.
No worries. So here is where the trick comes in. How much juice can he generate? Because to me, he has the angle to draw back down table to the 4-5 right now. But does he possess that skill?
For what? Sorry, I just got finished sending a message. Forward or draw?
I don't think forward is going to be that great of a shot. He needs to draw this back. So, yeah, he hit the table because he did not get the draw he wanted.
Can you cross bank the 3?
He can cross bank the 3. But like I said, it's just he played a really nice breakout. It just didn't pan out.
Yeah.
The 12 ball kind of came back into the cluster, so kind of made. But the 8 goes, and everything else goes. It's just the angles he had were a little tricky.
Well, if you cross bank this, maybe with a touch,
No, he's calling no shot.
he's going to try to play safe and snuggle it up to the 11. Leave a couple of breakout balls,
I don't think
perhaps.
he'll play this safe. He might just like bump this and just get the cue ball down table. Doesn't want to tie this up. He might be trying to freeze this 9 ball. He didn't quite get there, but
Good effort.
Reno's got a little work to do. With the 9 ball being there,
Yeah, he
does have the breakout.
He does have option on the breakout.
But that breakout is not, I mean, only because he'll be shooting his 13 here first.
Mm-hmm.
And ideally that would be his out ball.
Yep. No stream on the women's final match. I only know of one women's final match that's scheduled at 5, but it also may be pushed. There are a lot of conflicting schedules here. So we had a schedule set this morning, and it kind of flew out the window, which is why we're now on the split screen. Now we're on single, then we went back to split, because now even the scheduled times of the matches are offsetting. So we're now running into a 2-hour 41 or 2:42-minute stream. So
yeah, we had a couple different matches going on here without any breaks. So slowly catching up.
Yes.
So Reno elected to play the safety, which I didn't mind. He probably wanted to get up a little bit higher, so he couldn't hit the 5.
I think the 12 might go into that left side pocket.
Very hard to see from our angle. You got a better vantage point than I do.
Oh, it goes all day.
Oh, does it?
It goes all day long.
So he can hit this and push that 8 ball up table, and he'll have a 13 as an out ball. Because it probably won't move much further once he bumps that. But if he could roll it a bit more forward, he'd have the 9 ball next. So we'll see how this plays out.
So that match that I was referring to, Joanne, is the ladies' advanced 8-ball singles, I believe. Tony versus Jessica. The scheduling conflict comes in where we're trying to get the finals of the singles done, but today is also the start of teams, and those that are in the single finals also play on the teams.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it has created a little bit of a scheduling overlap. So,
Oh man, it's so shaky up here.
yeah. Well, and if there's a way for us to do it, I'll do it. But we are going to shut down after this match. We've been going for almost 3 hours straight without a break, and
Well,
neither one of us has eaten today.
They had the back-to-back, was a double dip on the Scotch doubles. And then the Dennis match and Ronnie Wiseman.
Yep.
And then this one.
Yep. It was back to back to back. 13 ball, top left-hand corner.
Just needs to negotiate how he wants to play those 15 and 10 ball. I'm thinking it might be a safety.
Oh, he's underneath it.
He can He can either play the 10 in the side, or he'll just shoot the 15 drawback.
I think the 10 and the draw on the 15 and play safe, lock him up.
You just don't push that 15 into a bad spot. And that is a bad spot.
That's not ideal. But at the end of the day, execute on the first part of the equation, which was the safety. Right? Because, I mean, you get ball in hand, you can take care of that 15.
If he does get ball in hand, that's the ball he's going to want him to take care of right away.
Yeah.
Now it's just up to Dennis to see if he can hit one of these balls here.
I like going off the top rail.
He's shoving that 10 ball.
He sure is.
That
down.
This shot is not easy.
Not to get the weight right.
He has to get that to a nice spot.
And he's actually made it a little easier for Dennis now to just play the 10 into the side pocket, roll up for the 15.
Exactly.
Or you could shoot the 10 into the left side pocket, draw back for the 15. There's a couple of different options for him there.
Yeah. It wasn't a bad plan.
Get some food ordered and brought to you. You just keep going. So after, how many days have we been here? Day 7? Day 8? It's
I'm
today?
not even sure.
There are scheduled breaks required. Otherwise, I will not have a voice left on the final day.
Okay, I think we left. I think we got here on the 20th or the 21st.
Well, it's stream time, I think, is day 7. Yeah, I can't check. Not yet.
So he did get onto this 15 ball the way, he just drew back for it. The only ball that he has to negotiate is the 8 ball.
Yeah.
I like how he hit that. A lot of confidence.
I agree. And he's staring down the neck of this 14 ball. And I like 14 ball here.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you go behind the 3 ball, I want to be close to the rail. Leave myself that outside angle on the 11 ball.
And it's not bad. He's just kind of like looking at different angle possibilities because he wants to make sure that his last ball gets to the 8 ball.
Of course. There he was looking at the outside angle I was talking about, right close to the rail.
Yeah.
So I guess what will dictate that is the angle he has here on the 14.
He is fairly straight.
By the looks of it, he certainly is.
Can you see if he rolls forward into the rail on the bottom rail? Like if you put straight topping on this?
I don't want to quite stand up yet. He's kind of checking on things. As soon as he turns his back to me. Oh, he's got a little angle there to work with.
So you could just put straight topping on this, which would get closer to that side rail on the left, and he'll be able to just slide over for the 9 ball.
Yeah, he could kind of punch this in and get there, but he's slow. He went to the wrong side.
Well, he can still come across.
Yeah. So,
But
when you watch the
speed.
cue ball,
Yeah.
when he shot that, the cue ball corrected the angle that he had. Right. So he shot to the pocket, to the side of the pocket.
Yeah, so he should be able to punch over, try to get middle table, and then he can roll the 9 in and play the 8 in the side. Or the top left right-hand corner. So this is the key shot right here to this rack.
This is potentially the game winner. He lights it. Does it go by?
Well, I guess
it must. I guess it must. 8 ball side pocket or corner pocket.
Yeah. Just get her down to that bottom side here, and you won't have any issues. If you underhit it a hair, it's not bad. If you overhit it, it's not bad.
Just don't overhit it to the point you're under the 4.
Don't underhit it either too far. It makes that the bank shot.
Yes.
And this is something where, you like, if you can utilize the rail, get it to that rail and have it come off.
Yeah, it depends on what angle he's got. He looks really straight in on
It does.
this.
It looks like he's just going to roll this in.
Plays it off. Wow. Creates the angle needed. 8 ball, top right-hand corner.
Whether that was intentional or not,
Yeah.
he is perfect.
For the win, to take down the title, take home the cash.
Now,
Reno.
I'm gonna be just a little bit quieter because he's standing right in front of me.
Yeah. Is he calling that in the side? Tell me he's not calling that in the side pockets.
And he hit the heart of the pocket.
Ooh, the gentleman's stroke had to wipe its feet.
He gave the big fist pump.
He sure did. He almost come out of his shoes with the fist pump right there.
And the nerves, like when he hit that, I knew it was in the corner.
Yeah.
but he was like bending down, looking like, oh my God. Because I tell you,
If
I've been in
it
that
wasn't going to go in
situation.
the pocket, he was willing it in that pocket.
Because when you're that nervous, everything just squeezes.
Yes, of
you know.
course. All right, guys, with that being said, we are going to shut down, restart, go for a quick little dinner break or lunch break or breakfast break, one of the breaks, and we'll be back. Make sure you have gone on and either hit the like button on our Facebook page, subscribe on YouTube. That way you're notified when we do come back. We'll try to be quick because I know that there's a lot of finals going on. We do have potentially the ladies' final platinum 8-ball singles coming at 5 o'clock if that scheduling does not conflict.
Okay.
That is Tony Sakamoto and Jessica, and I can't remember her last name, but if at all possible, we'll have them up here in roughly 40 minutes, so long as there's no schedule conflict because Tony's playing in a team match.
All right. We'll see you guys in a little bit.
Indeed. Johnny, thanks for stepping in with me again, bud. So on behalf of myself, Johnny Triple P, and the rest of the CueSports Live team, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. We'll be back here just a few minutes from now. We'll see you then.